Kesavalio, Nafaku Eloya, sweet Kesavalio, Nafaku Elon. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Sweet, living is sweet, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they live, the better we grow. Fine, power if final. It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, equate to capsize. Sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone. He might be can eat it. Or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Oh, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone. You take it from Peter today. Oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You take it from me right today, oh mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh by your fine, may in your favor. Well, people do to you, you go to cry. Hard enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, Mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Kiss our liver. Our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, living is sweet, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow. You take it from me right today, oh, Mira will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power if found, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crooked, equate to capsize. Kesavalio, Kesavalia, Mama, not for go alone.
Accountability in performance and innovation in mobilization. This process is not about numbers alone. It is about trust, discipline, and national responsibility. Let us move forward with unity of purpose and unwavering resolve, ensuring that this projected budget is backed by credibility, accountability, and a collective will to advance Liberia's prosperity. Thank you very much. With that said, we'll take presentations from the Minister of Finance and Development Planning.
And so, good evening, welcome this evening to BKS TV. Welcome to the Heat Tower program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Tower, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see words and our bullet. In today's edition of the show, we'll be hosting Mr. Sando Kane. Before we bring you the full biography of our guest here tonight, we'd like to apologize for not bringing you the Heat Tower program for the past 2 days now. But again, We are back on the show with more exciting stories for you. Before we go to our guests, let's bring you major happenings today in Liberia. Let's bring you some of the major happenings today in Liberia. This is from the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. The Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency in Nima County has arrested two suspects for allegedly smuggling large quantities of tramadol into the country. Authorities say the first suspect, Ali Tori, a 39 years old Guinean, was arrested on November 21 at the Yekepa Guinea border with more than 100 packs of tramadol. The drugs have an estimated value of 11,600 United States dollars or 2.1 million Liberian dollars. Investigator says the substance was hidden in taxi tire, scraped to a motorbike, and reportedly admitted processing the drugs. The second suspect, Dalimbo Zago of Ganta, was arrested the next day at the Ganta Guinea border with over 10 strips of tramadol valued at 100 United States dollars or 20,000 Liberian dollars. Zago also admitted to the allegation. The both men have been charged with unlawful importation, sale, and trafficking of narcotic drugs. They've been sent to the Ganta Magistrate Court for trial. And of course, President Joseph Yuman Boaka departs Liberia today to Morocco for Middays Forum 2025. And let's try to bring you this one regional news too from BKS TV. This one from BKS TV. Let's bring you this. But before we go to that, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Macron, wrote on his Facebook page today, and this is what he said. My attention has been drawn to a video circulating on the internet involving a staff of the Group of 77, an officer of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. Let me state this with absolute clarity without contradiction. Anyone connected to me by whosoever means, whether by blood, by marriage, by employment, or by friendship, who engages in drug-related activities will face the full weight of the law, whether it is my wife, my children, my assemblies, or anyone linked to my office. The law will take its course without hesitation and without interference. And of course, before let's bring you this one too. The United States lifted a 15% tariff on Ghana cocoa and agricultural products effective November 13, 2025. The decision was announced following an executive order by President Trump providing economic relief to Ghana. The move allowed Ghana to potentially earn an additional 60 million annually through increased export. And of course, still in the regional scene, 50 children escaped after mass school adoption in Nigeria. 50 of the 315 children kidnapped by gunmen from a Catholic school in Nigeria, Niger State, on Friday have escaped. The Christian Association of Nigeria says they have been reunited with their families. A major military search and rescue operation is on the way for the remaining 265 children and 12 teachers who were taken with them. Authorities in several Nigerian states ordered schools to shut down following the mass adoption in Niger and other smaller hostage taken in Kebbi State on Monday when 20 pupils were kidnapped from a bordering school. In response to the spate of adoption, Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered the recruitment of an additional 30,000 police officers. And lastly, from our end, the G-Summit boycott by U.S. G-Summit boycott by the United States. Let's try to bring you full details of this story here. Let's try to bring you full details of this story. Again, folks, if you're just joining us, we say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and our bullet. The show has been relayed on Voice of Tapeta in Tapata City, Nema County, and voice of BKS in Butuo Town, Nema County. I try to bring you VIX update before we go to our guest. The CEO is already in the back. If you're watching us, we ask you to please tell us where you're watching us from, and let's recognize you VIX Evening on the show. We will bring you VIX story before we go to our guest and the CEO. They are both in the back already. Okay, this is it. I think we got it here. The G20 summit in South Africa, a gathering of the world major economies, has ended with a joint declaration committed to multilateral cooperation. The declaration, which covers climate change mitigation and economic equality, was adopted despite objection from the U.S., which boycotted the meeting in Johannesburg, South Africa. Speaking at the closing ceremony on Sunday, South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa said the agreement showed shared goals outweighed the country's differences. American President Donald Trump chose to abstain from the G20 summit because of a widely discredited claim that South Africa white minority is victim of mass killing there in South Africa. And so that's it from our updates here, VIX Evening on the show. Let's bring you our guest here tonight. Before we do that, let's bring on the CEO. CEO Cleveland, welcome to the show this evening. You are muted.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's good to be back. I know it's been a few days since the Heat Hour came on, so we're excited to be back. We look forward to having a wonderful show tonight. Our guest is a good friend of mine who has a very unique story, and when I say unique in a way that is almost the same as my story in every capacity when it comes to the work that he do, his being from refugee background, his professional career track, and also the humanitarian part of it. So it's going to be a really good conversation tonight. We'll hear a lot about him. He's very informed about things that are happening in Liberia. He's very passionate about the work he do, and I've admired him from afar for a long time. So yeah, it's great to be back, and we look forward to having a good show tonight.
Thank you so much, CEO. So tonight our guest will be Mr. Sando Cannon. Mr. Cannon is a philanthropist. He's also the co-founder of Heal Incorporated. So he's the founder of Heal Incorporated, and Heal, right, Gary?
Yeah.
So you're going to be joining us here tonight on the show, and our discussion will basically center around his organization and also his story, how his story has been motivating a lot of young people across Liberia. We are privileged as a platform to be able to tap in that story tonight to share with our followers too as well. Mr. Sando is here with us this evening. Good evening and welcome to the show, Mr. Sando. How you doing, Chief?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
We are not hearing you, Mr. Sando.
You want check your computer volume. Yeah, why he work on his volume there?
Mm-hmm.
And talk about you may want to log out and log back in. Yeah, sign out and try to sign back in.
Yeah, I think you have to call him.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think I put him in the back. But again, folks, welcome to the show this evening. Welcome to all of you. Those of you listening to us via radio, want to say good evening to you and welcome. Those of you too also watching us on Facebook and YouTube, we want to say good evening to you in a very special way and welcome this evening to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Hour program. Today is Monday, the 24th of November, 2025. I mean, it's going to be a wonderful show tonight.
Yeah, I was saying that. So while we are waiting on him, So back to our project in Ganta. The team
Mhm.
is working on the same. We met with our engineer today to give us some updates. So from there, the lead of the team there, Reverend Swa, and the rest of the team will be heading to Ganta there to start. So hopefully, when everything goes well, by within the next week or two, we'll start seeing movement there. Digging a foundation and getting the work going. So we are excited about that as well. So
Thank you, CEO, for the update. I mean, it's a wonderful thing, and all praises goes to you. I want to tell you thank you ever so much for giving us the opportunity. If it wasn't because of you, we wouldn't have been this far today, and we give you all of the praises. And to all of our sponsors, those of whom that promise, all of them, we want to say thank you. We'll keep updating you about the project in Ganta, how far it is, so that you can know how serious we are about this entire project in Ganta. It's a kind of boost for us, leaving from District 5 to District 1. The next thing we start to see is taking over the entire country: Mansurado, Pomi, Bong, River G, River Ses, Bapulu, the rest of the places,
yeah, and another news there in the making. I know our team is made of majority guys. No, we don't. We've been trying so hard, reaching out to people about getting people female involved with our team. And I
Mhm.
can probably share here today that one of our sisters who has a journalistic background. She worked for LBS back in Liberia. She's very good. Her name is Miss Charlotte Cole. She lives in the U.S. She has agreed to join the team, and she will be helping us with our news and other things from around both international news and local news in Liberia. And she will do that. That will come to us every Friday. So that will be in addition to the Heat Hour, and then the program she has is going to be called Think It True. Yeah, Think It True. So it'll start on Friday, where she'll come on there, give news, and talk about so many things. So we look forward to having that. And then the good thing, she's a female with really vast experience, and that's going to help change the face of our as we continue to grow. We continue to bring more people on. More people continue to volunteer and stuff like that. So we look forward to that. Let's see.
And again, folks, welcome to all of you. Those of you joining us via Facebook and YouTube, we want to say welcome to the show this evening. You are listening to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and our confrontation. We say words and bullet. In tonight's edition of the show, we'll be hosting Mr. Sando Cannon. Mr. Sando Cannon is a philanthropist, a refugee turned financial professional, and co-founder of Hill Incorporated. And Mr. Sando has a very, very interesting story that he will be sharing with us here tonight. Just to go over what I received today. He was actually living in Liberia during the Civil War. He left Liberia to the United States, and in the United States, he began to rebuild his life by his passion for to break all of the economic barriers we have in our families, on our privileged family in Liberia. As family growing up, it's very difficult for us to have the daily means for ourselves. So Mr. Sando has a really, really interesting story like any other person who traveled to the US during the Civil War. You'll be sharing those stories with us here tonight. And of course, we'll have a wonderful, wonderful conversation with him. So we ask you to please share the show with other people, invite somebody listening alongside you, and it's going to be great. Mr. Sano is back. Whoa, it's still the same.
I wonder what
If you are connected to a Bluetooth or something, I think it's advisable that you switch off the Bluetooth. Let's see.
yeah. You try to use your computer as a speaker. Yeah, sometimes these technology can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall it's going to be the reason why I like the we try to mix it up. It's not all politics every day. So
Mhm.
we try to bring more people on here who are from different background to help give us some education, some life experiences, some motivation. You still can hear us? Oh, he still can hear us, but we can't hear
He's
him.
hearing us, but we are not hearing him.
Yeah. I don't know what the issue is.
It's not from the studio because I'll check it up and
But
everything will be okay.
yeah, I think it has to be from his end. The background is good. We just can't. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
let's
I
see.
mean,
Let's see. There's a technical difficulty there. Let's see if we can go for a break.
yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let's. So, folks, stay with us. We will take this short musical break, and when we come back, we'll be joining Mr. Sano Kane on tonight's edition of the show. Stay with us and keep listening.
It's T-Will on the beat.
Radio Pejima Kama Seka was established in 19 by Mr. Aviji Seka. He is the CEO of Radio PKS, based in the United States of America. Sarasumi Sweeter. Radio PKS Kamanabo, Radio PKS Kamanabo. They don't put you don't far away. Radio PKS Kamanabo. We are Messale Kakatoto Tiro. Radio PKS Iranabo. So, Master Timothy Seka is the OC of Radio PKS. It's in Sacramento, Lima County. Jepumi Sega, Baro Peme, Ojebe. So, yo, Maratiri. Mr. Harris, Rebel, Woman, Oje. Radio PKS, Iranabo. Radio PKS. Akayare, Abakura. Radio PKS, Iranabo. And upon Maya, Parabuya, go my new man. Better be gay again, Nabotiri. Let me recognize the funny hero of Radio PKS, the late Pastor Josh and
Accountability in performance from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, and then from there the Revenue Authority. For the information, I already placed the Revenue Authority presentation in our chat room while they bring the hard copy. So I put it in the committee chat room and also in the Senate chat so we can access the hearing. Thank you. Mr. Minister, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator Chairman. So we already shared copies of the presentation summarizing the numbers and the policies. So
Which one? Just tell around time.
I'll share with you something like this.
Okay.
And then for the rest of the members, there is 2 slides on each page, but it's the same content. So they were shared on the side.
Yes, buddy.
They just doing it on
This
and this. Yeah. They are the same.
Okay.
So, in the interest of time, I will make one statement which summarizes this presentation and some other controlling policy considerations. Extending our existing protocols, the revenue estimates for FY 2026 are premised on the following policy assumptions. 1. Autonomous revenue growth based on expansion in GDP, increases in administrative and regulatory fees, revenue derived from international development cooperation, a set of contingency measures based on interactions between government and various economic agents, and proposed legislation for strengthening revenue administration and close leakages. 1. Autonomous growth in revenue. GDP growth for 2026 is expected to be 5.4% compared to 4.6% estimated for 2025. This upward trend in economic output is reflected in the almost 42% increase in domestic revenue from 804.6 million projection in 2025 to 1.14 billion estimated for 2026. Of this amount, tax revenues is expected to grow by 14%, or from 632 million in 2025 to nearly 727 million in 2026. Increases in administrative and regulatory fees. The non-tax components of the budget consist of resources from services and regulatory activities undertaken by government. The revenue from these activities, including property revenue such as telecommunications and maritime and administrative fees, are projected to grow by 25.3% from 146 million in 2025 to 183.9 million in 2026. This increase is informed by a month of consultation between the MFBP and the various regulatory entities, culminating in more than 1 week of revenue hearing at the conclusion of the budget preparatory process. Revenue from international development cooperation. In FY 2026, the World Bank will provide $40 million in budget support, seen as what was given in FY 2024 and what is committed in the current fiscal period. In addition, the European Union will provide the second tranche of 20 million in budget support as part of the Economic Cooperation Agreement signed in May 2025. That includes direct budget support and other off-budget programs such as the ongoing Southeastern Electrification Project. The African Development Bank will provide a third component of 12 billion, taking the total external resource envelope for 2026 to 72 billion, or 5.9% of the revenue budget. Contingent revenue. The projections for contingent for 2026 consist of 228.2 million, or 19% of the overall resource estimate. Of this amount, 200 million is to come from ArcelorMittal Liberia as post-ratification signature bonus.
Thank you, and welcome back to the show this evening. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Sandro, I think you are okay now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We are hearing you now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll tell about the technology thing. Yeah, technology. Again, misbehave sometimes.
Yeah, no problem. You know, that's how it is. You know, the devil is a liar, though. We're going to talk, and I just want to say I'm appreciative of you, reaching out to me for us to just come and discuss, my story, things Liberia, and just the love for our country, man.
Thank you. It's great having you on here this evening, Mr. Sando. It's great having you. Let's start the conversation with your name, where you hail from, and when you went to the state, your professional history. Let's start from there before we go to the organization, your story.
Yeah, I will try to see if I can touch Ivan's repertoire. But to see if I can reach, his status. But again, I thank God for being here. I thank God for for Alvin for making this platform possible for me to even be on here today. But as my name said, Sando Kane. I'm from Liberia, West Africa. My dad is from Wenenji, Grand Cape Mount County, and my mom is from Edina, Grand Bassa County. I was born and raised in Liberia. Came to the States in 1998. Um, I graduated from the best school in Liberia, right? And Ivan, you can argue with yourself.
Well,
St. Patrick's High School. Went to
okay.
St. Patrick's High School. Graduated from St. Patrick's High School. Came to the States, and I graduated from the University of Texas at Arlington with my bachelor's degree in social work, and graduated from Strayer University with my master's in organizational management with emphasis on organization leadership. I currently work for one of the top financial services firm in the world, Morgan Stanley. I'm a vice president
The
at
big
Morgan
boys.
Stanley for wealth management.
No, I said
Great.
the big boys. The big boys.
So
Yeah,
see you.
I am married with a beautiful wife called Hawa Kane.
Mhm.
Four beautiful children, three boys and three girls and one boy.
Oh wow, that's great. Mr. Kana, it's great having you on here. I want to push this interview mostly on the CEO because you guys have the same story, almost
Yeah.
the same professional history. And CEO, I want you to take charge of this and lay the basis for us for the discussion.
Yeah. So again, my dear brother, I want to say thanks for coming on. I think when we met in Atlanta, was it May, August, right? August this year. We
Yeah.
had a conversation on our way to the airport. You taught me a lot. I learned from you. We talk about the same work we do in Liberia. I have this mindset about Liberia. Liberia so much need in Liberia, and we need all hands on deck approach to working with our people in Liberia and coming to America, knowing our history, knowing your history, knowing where you came from, and turning back and giving back to Liberia is no joke. So I understand. I want to say thank you so much for the work that you do, the sacrifices that you've made. It is not an easy thing to do because I do it myself. So, yeah, I just thought about you. We've been having this show for a long time now, and I've been going around. I came across that. I said, I'll invite my brother to come on here tonight and share his story with the people and tell us about what he's doing, his organization, and all that stuff. So, like my son said, we'll just start with Heal, your non-for-profit organization. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right. So heal the that's a synonym. I'm sorry, that's a moniker for the organization. Is help educate and assist lives. Basically, what we do is we actually work with partners in Liberia to just assist in a way we can. We do many things. We do many things in Liberia, and also here in the U.S. We partner with some organizations here in the U.S. to just help people in the underserved community. Heal. It started by it started by like just coming here, being successful, not rich, not a millionaire, nothing like that. But as Ivan said, leaving Liberia, passing through Danane, we both passed through Danane. Same story, coming to the States, came to the States. I went to Job Corps, where I actually, went to Job Corps, went to college. And I just felt that it is necessary that if I have $1, there's a probability I can take 10 cents from there and help where I came from, right? Because I grew up poor. I grew up very poor.
Right.
I went to the best high school in Liberia, but I grew up poor. I grew up in a zinc shack, first from Bassa community, to Gay Town. I never actually had a home live in a home with a restroom, like a commode, until I was 16 years old when I moved to my aunt in Sinker, right? So I grew up in a zinc shack, no running water, no toilets. I used to go to the swamp, right? Government toilet in Basel community to toilet, go in the swamp in Gaytown, right? But my parents knew that education was the key to be successful, right? So that's why I went to St. Patrick's High School, greatest school in the country. And my mom said that she would sell her bitter ball and sell her pepper and do all that, but she would sacrifice and send us, all my siblings. My big brother went to CWA, my sister went to BW Harris, my other sister went to MC. So, and fortunately for us, most of us migrated to the States. My family, my mom, my sisters, they came here before me, and I came as a refugee in 1998. So there's no reason why I wouldn't give back to me when I was young. That's how I feel. I'm just giving back to me when I was young. So in Liberia, currently, we partner with different organizations. We partner with an organization called Operation Orphans Concern, which is one of the leading advocacy company in Liberia, and they focus on advocating for orphans. So we partner with them. Through them, we actually support, over the years, we support over 20 orphanages in different ways. One of, say for example, if they go and assess an orphanage and that orphanage does not have drinking water, they will come back to us. We raise funds, we put a hand pump. If they go to an orphanage, assess the orphanage, and there's no sanitation or restroom, we go there and put in a restroom. If they go to assess an orphanage and that orphanage is in a deplorable condition, we come there to see the best way we can renovate the orphanage to make that living condition better, right? So back in 2023, we actually adopted an orphanage in 2014 as Hugh Adopted Orphanage.
In Monrovia?
Yes, in Carisburg.
Yeah,
so we adopted.
Do you guys work outside of Monrovia or just in Monserrado?
Right now it's just Monserrado.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and again, we just a small organization, right? That's just trying come here to the States, having beg your friends, beg people, go to your job. Your job, people at your job will help you. Your organization will help you a little bit, and then help people in Liberia. But I can tell you for the first from 2013 when my organization started to like 2017, we self-funded, right? So you're talking about I don't even want to talk about money coming from pocket, right? But we self-funded, and then we started getting some information, some donations here and there from friends, from your company. Yeah. And we were successful to have some contracts here now, some partnerships now that actually giving us some funding for us to be able to help in Liberia. But yeah, so in 2023, the orphanage that we adopted, the bishop from the organization that we partnered with told us that they no longer going need the property, right? They are going to sell the property. I've been like, man, I almost cried, bro. 30 children on the property. What are we going to do?
Wow.
So yeah, so I told the bishop, I was like, man, you have to give us the first right of refusal for that property. So we got to look for money and to purchase the property. So in 2023 November, that's when we got that news. And by the grace of God, between November to January 2024, we're able to purchase the 2 acres property with the buildings and everything. Now we have 30 children that we supporting, sending them to school and supporting their daily needs 3 times a day.
Wow, that's impressive. Thank you so much. I want to say welcome to my sister, Lorena. Lorena, I'm glad she came on because she's there with us. even though she doesn't have the same story we have, she didn't go through Danane. You know, she didn't eat burger weed. She didn't
Follow
eat,
we,
she
you
didn't
know.
eat karaoke. But
Yeah.
she came to the States here, and she also have a not-for-profit organization that she runs called ARC, and she's someone who's very passionate about this. So I'll say welcome to Sis Lorena. Usually this show, again, she's going to help me with. We'll have conversation. It's going to be more of a conversation, not just an interview per se. So back to my story, you know, before I founded my organization, there was a reason that led me to doing that, right? Which again came from the refugee camp. I went to school without food. You know, I tell people all the time, you see the finishing touches and you see us now and you don't know where we came from. So when I start
Yes,
sharing my
sir.
story, this is not about me. It will go forever. But here's how my foundation was birthed. Um, I went to school on like survival mode, right? Where people had to help me, right? Sometimes I would put out of school for small money. In Danane, you knew about St. James. St.
St.
James
James, yeah. The Catholic school.
was the
Yeah.
big boy school, where you had to have someone in America that sent you money to build a full 1005 CFA to build a tent. I remember my friend and I went there. We took the entrance. We passed the entrance, but we didn't have money to afford the tuition. So we dropped out of school. So we had to go to other schools. And I played football, and that's how I got in there. So I know how going to school without tuition, no help, nobody, to help you can be. So when I came to the States, I realized that, I've been here before. Imagine how many hours that they have in Africa, right? So
Yes, sir.
how can I give back? How can I give back? So BKS came from that. BKS was founded because I wanted to give back through education. So that's how we started a non-for-profit organization. We started providing tuition assistance. So now to heal, and you came through the same rank, Danade. Welcome to the show, my brother Cyrus. So what really was the cause? What really touched you? What was the motivating factor that led to the formation of Heal?
So when I was growing up, one thing we all always had, even though we're living in Zinc Shack, but my mom always helped people, right? So we had like a farm in Salala, right? We were living in Moravian Zinc Shack, but my mom would always bring, children to stay with us, and she sends them to school. And then while growing up, my mom always used to tell me one thing, right? She used to say, Sandro, you see, I'm helping all these people. The way how you make it in life is help one person every day, right? If you take the first word from help one person every day, that's hope, right? The first letter, help
Yeah,
one person every day, you
right.
got hope. So my mom always used to tell me you got to give hope to people. So funny story. So when I came to the States, I was actually studying to do computer science to be a software engineer. All
Uh-huh.
right. So I went and got my associate's degree in coding and personal computer support. Went to school, enrolled into computer science. Then I went a whole year where I was almost a junior, and they went and put me in a simulation as to how coders work, right? Because coder, they're going to sit down and
Mhm.
just code. I was good at it, but they put me in a simulation and I freaked out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't
Mhm.
do it. So I was already in corporate America at the time. I was working with TD Ameritrade, right? I was already a broker and
Mhm.
everything like that. I didn't go to school for finance. I was already a stockbroker, and then I freaked out. So when I freaked out, I was like, no, this is not what I can do, right? And then that verse keep coming to me, Sandro, you have to help people. You have to give people hope, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm already in corporate America. And one of the main things that happen in corporate America is you have to be a people's person to advance in corporate America. You have to know how to deal with people. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do social work. Social work is going to teach me how to understand and work with people so that I can make it in corporate America. Right. So I took the financial side, services side as my career, and I took social work as the foundation to build that career. Right. So, because I was already in finance. So, while in financial services, I just learned all the ropes in financial services, financial advising, um, retail brokerage. I went through all the different business sectors in financial services for investment and wealth management. And with that, I started building the my career. But my career to me is what gives me money to put food on my table. But my work is Heal Inc., right? Because that's my passion.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then I will have my sister and my brother ask questions there. But you said something funny that I want to relate to that. So when I came to the States too, when I was going to college, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a medical doctor. So I did the first semester. You were not correct. My English, I could not even write English. I could not speak. Remember now, there's a guy from Danande, Ivory Coast, our school there or nothing compared to, so when we go, we'll memorize those things. When teacher come, we'll memorize, we'll give it right back to the professor. So we thought we were big guys, I'm smart. Came here, went to class. I can't even read a paragraph for the first time, shaking. So I went to the first semester, it was very bad, terrible. My grades was, you were not correct. So my advisor called me in the office, and of all the courses that I did, the only one I got B in was journalism. So African, I'm kind of America, yeah, that beat everybody want to become a medical doctor, the big degree. I went to office, the public tell me, say, you know what, Alvin, I think everything's not bad, or I think you can become a journalist. You got B in the journalism course. So here I am tonight, running a show on TV, interviewing you and becoming a journalist by force, even though my son doesn't want to. But yeah, it's great experience, and I will turn it over to my sister Lorena. Lorena, tonight's show is more of a conversation with our brother, Sando, who's a humanitarian. He lives in Atlanta. He does a lot of work in Liberia that's similar to what we're doing. So it's just more of a conversation. If you have questions, you can ask him what you think, or if you have a statement, you just make that and to buttress his point.
And y'all don't forget it. This is a great networking environment right here, right? Because I've just met a beautiful lady who's in the same sphere with us, and we will connect, to see what she's doing, right? So this is not ending yet, Laurie. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you so much. Thank you for accepting our invite to be our guest tonight. And we invite to everyone on the panel. So my name is Lovina Dunker, and your story, you and Ivan's story kind of relate to mine, because I also was a refugee in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So some of my siblings and then my parents, we went to exile in Sierra Leone, and I even graduated from high school in Sierra Leone. I graduated from the Peninsula Secondary School. I got a lot of schoolmates around here. Nito Lai, the maritime and director, and myself went to the same school. And what's his name? Mo Ali, a lot of people. So even Sad Joseph went to my school, but he didn't. I graduated before him, the current Monterado senator. So we came back to Liberia, I think 95, my parents and I. And then when we came back to Liberia, my mother started orphanage in 1996. And she still has that orphanage. So first it was located in New Georgia. And then when she relocated to Nima, she has it in Ganta. So and she has it with school and she has a school that stopped to the 9th grade. And so when the children are promoted to the 10th grade, she has to send them to school outside of the
Also,
orphanage school. Yes, so and she used to be supported by a group called Christian Aid Ministry, and but they stopped supporting 2 years ago rather. And once in a while, Ministry of Gender comes in to support once in a while. Yeah, so and then she still run the school, and a lot of the children are, I mean, they are big. Some of them are out of college and university. They are still in university. On September 13th of this year, they decided to celebrate and honor her. So we all went for that program. It was their program. We were just there, and they were, I mean, some of them were giving their story, some and how they came to the orphanage and how they didn't even know how to write. She has to teach them phonics because phonics is a big thing in her school. So they were saying, come somebody coming from way in the interior, and then you have to kind of speak, pronounce words certain way. So it was, I mean, it was wonderful. She was crying. And then coming to me going to America, I went to America in 2015, April 2015. And I struggled a lot to settle to to get settled because I went for the conference during the Ebola and I remained. I finally settled in 2022. And then started going to school. In fact, I started going to school before I could even get my green card. So I was paying out of pocket.
wow.
Fortunately for me, Fortunately for me, I had a work permit. So I could work and then pay out of pocket my fees. And then in 2022, I finally got my green card. But then in 2019, just to go back a bit, I decided to start my organization back home called Action to Improve Community Health Act. And my signature project is giving sanitary pad to schoolgirls. And just like the story of you and Avin giving back, that's the story of me with sanitary pad. So when I first saw my message at the time I was on a mission, before the war, everybody once you were a dormitory student, you knew as I have seen my message. Because I cried the whole night and said Scorpion beat me. And they took me to the principal's house, and then his wife was a nurse. She's late now. And she took me to her bathroom, showed me sanitary pad, and she said everything. Some of the bigger girls who were menstruating, they showed. I still was not convinced until the 4 days were over. So I'm like, okay, there are many other girls like me when I was at that age who maybe their parenting menstruation is a taboo that they shouldn't discuss. So I must be able to give them the message. They must be able to hear this message. So we do all the things in the organization, but part of our dignity is our signature project. And this year we are giving 1,000, we are giving part to 1,000 girls in 3 counties for the whole school year to help to keep them in school to menstruate in dignity. So I really don't have a question for you, but I just want to say thank you for what you are doing in Liberia. Thank you for giving back, and of course, Avi, thank you for giving back, and we appreciate your work. If we can have, at least one in everything Liberian the diaspora giving back, we do great for our country. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank you
too.
so
Thank you
much.
for doing what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, you got anything to add to it there, Sandal, before we go to
Yeah, Laurie, let's you know, we take it after the show, we exchange contact. And because for me it's all about partnership, right? Like one thing with my organization, I do not like to reinvent the wheel, right? So some people when they think about nonprofit, they want to do everything, right?
Mhm.
My organization can do everything. I'm focusing on orphans and orphanages, right? I can go into healthcare, right? But I can go into healthcare through someone else,
Mhm.
right? I can support girls with pass through someone else. Like just today, as we speak, often concerned, we just deliver a barrel of past hygiene products to launch the hygiene products drive, like just this morning, right? We have helped Brenda Brewer Moore build. We built a library. We funded a library in Bobolu at a school that's housing about 500 students, right? So I don't reinvent the wheel. So my organization, we look for partners, right? Partners that we identified as doing work in Liberia to extend what we do, right? So it is great job you're doing. We get in touch, and we'll see what you can do to assist your push into giving girls, because that's, for me, that's a human rights.
Yeah.
Girls having pads is a human right thing, and I just feel every a girl growing up should be able to have a respectful, natural output that God gave them, that they need to be protected, and they have to have a healthy, period, right? So I'm there with you. I empathize with you. Thank you for doing what you do, because our girls are very, very important. They are the foundation of every village, every home, every town.
Thank you. Thank you. I like the phrase there. You don't like to reinvent the wheel. And people, this is not about competition. This is about
No.
working together. This is about one Liberia. If we see it from that vantage point, we will go very, very far. Everyone specializes in a specific area when it comes to this whole non-for-profit thing. We got people that do the education, healthcare field, and doing the orphanage. When we tie all those together, and then we will be stronger to be able to help Liberia. The needs in Liberia now, they are countless all over the place. There's no way one NGO or one organization can do that. And I feel that we all have to work together to be able to support each other. That's why when I see your work, I admire it. When I see Sis Lorena work and other people who are working in Liberia and across Liberia, I admire them and I respect them, because I know how difficult, how time consuming, how resource intensive it is to do anything in Liberia, and not to even talk about how the challenges that people face there, getting people to do the work. Yeah, but
we going to talk about challenges. I got a challenge that y'all wouldn't believe it. But one thing I want to say though, there's no competition in helping you.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
There's no competition in helping. There's no maximum number of people who can be helped, or there's no maximum number of organizations who's helping people. The only goal is find organization that will have direct impact, right? Direct impact. So like for me, my organization, I ain't got no office here, right? I ain't got no office in Liberia. It's only my board with 2 persons working on the organization here. In Liberia, I got 2 persons working on the organization. I'm not paying everybody a volunteer. Right? So the money that I get, that the organization get, is direct impact. Like over 90% of what we get goes, directly to help people. And we're going into 12 years? 12 years now. Within 12 years, we have spent over $600,000 in missions.
Yeah.
So there's no competition. There's no amount of the limit of people that can be helped, right? But just one thing I see, that there's a lot of overlapping.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Overlapping of people doing things, right? And people just do these things, and most people have the heart to do it, to go and help people. But this thing is passion. It's passion. and partnership is the greatest thing to do to serve people. Partner with organizations, partner with people that's already doing the work, and because everybody don't have to be the founder or head of an organization, you can be in the back end and help. So I just want to say that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Sando. Thank you very much. Cyrus, let's give you the opportunity. If you have a question, you can ask two. If you don't have, you can make your import in 2 minutes. And of course, we will go for second round. But me, I have a lot of questions. Yeah, I have a hell lot of questions, and that's my
Yes,
area.
sir.
So I'll be asking
Yes,
you all
sir.
of the questions. But let me stay last. Cyrus, let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Good evening to everyone on the panel. Good evening to Mr. Sando Kane. My name is Cyrus D. Dankwan. I hail from District Number 4, Nimba County. So I was watching the show from the back. I'm not actually well, but because it has to do with humanitarian related conversation, that's why I decided to come up. You know, Junior, I think it has been 2 weeks since I decided to distance myself from politics, to focus on my calling. And a lot of people are shocked, a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe.
Comrade, you know the calling has to do with politics. I beg you, leave that thing. You fasting.
Uh,
I know you fasting on politics, I agree,
I've,
but you
I've, I've, I've made up my mind. I actually grew up into activism. I spent a lot of my life on activism, on advocacy, and all of that. But I'm emotionally attached, and so I don't want to continue on that path because the thing about Liberia, John will be doing the wrong thing, and everyone will know that John is doing the wrong thing, but somebody like Cyrus Dankwa, who comes from nowhere to be raising issue about John, as popular as John, maybe people communities turn against you. Your people, I mean, people they've seen people you fighting for, they will be calling you names and all of that. So I have made a decision to distance myself from political activity. Maybe probably in the future. Myself, I have ambition to run. But Junior, to be honest with you, I do not have a structural foundation, humanitarian foundation, but innerly I know that my internal calling has to do with humanitarian activities. Most of the time, the way I do things when I ask myself, and I do things and regret, most of the time because I have the mind to help, but I don't have the resources. And as we are here, Junior, people who send me, 50, 60, 30, whatever amount people send me, uh, I like to save certain portion of it to help people back home because there are people in Liberia who believe that Rwanda is one of those Western countries where students can hustle. So
They're gonna start dropping on us much more.
yeah, so on a daily basis, friends are calling, people calling from my community. I'm not well. I need to do this. So everything people send me, at times I save portion of it. Even if I'm hungry, Junior, I have to do it. Like it started when I was even growing up. At which time I was hunting. When I go in the bush, when I set trap, if I like groundhog or anything, my mom will share some on community people, so that lifestyle is part of me until when I left high school. Councillor Yelu sent for me. I was with him in Morovia as we were going to court. I was not on any permanent payroll, but based on cases we win monthly, he will give me sometimes 150, sometimes 200, and say put it in your pocket. That the month I will save certain portion of it when I go back to the community to help people whose children are sick, people who cannot afford to buy uniform for their children and all of that. Until I left, I went to Dubai a friend of mine told me, "Oh my man, we got jobs yet. You know, things will be better." So I started calculating fast. I will get there. I will build my home. I will be able to help my people and things. Yeah, I went to Dubai, and everything was calm. Everything, you know. I was so discouraged, and God will have it. I had a little job. I sat a test with a certain company called TransGuard.
In Dubai?
They are in Dubai. Yeah, they are involved with airport related activities. I was a loader at Dubai International Airport.
Okay.
So I got a little job. I could just scream as a CEO just to be helping my people back home.
Wow.
I already have 2 kids. Their school fee thing on my head. I was not sleeping. I used to make 410 dollars per month. But if I overly scream myself, I used to get like so that 590 because I was not sleeping. I was doing overtime when my duty finished. By the time people going home, they on the
You
next
pick up
bus going,
hours.
I will go and break for overtime. When they calling people who are not present, then I will something their space. Just like that. Um as we were doing that, you know, one thing that happened to me, like I explained to you that night, CEO, politics is not my calling. Madam Lorena on the show was one of those who encouraged me to go to school. She said, "Listen, you need to go to school. You are a great young man. You need to go to school. Even if we can do all, will help." And I came. When I came to Rwanda, she was helping. She was helping, even though things were not that much, but she was helping. One beginning called Sam, one of my cousins, and she rented a place for us. She in Yanza in one of these provinces. She was paying for the place until the school system there. I never liked the place. I decided to come to Kigali. I told her, I said, I don't like this place. I need to go to Kigali to have real serious education. And she said, no problem. When I came, Kigali, 2022 to 2023, before the election thing, she used to help me. Sometimes she was sending me balls, sometimes 50 and things like that. Until when the 2023 campaign was drawing closer, she approached me. She said, I want us to support Senator Kuhn. I said,
Sarah,
well, you know,
Sarah,
yeah.
let's try to gear that towards our guests.
Yeah, sure. That's where I will end. That's where I will end. Junior who doubting my ability on not leaving politics. I just want to make him to know that.
Man,
I'm
we are
closing that
politicians.
chapter. I'm closing that chapter. So long story short, she approached me and I refused. She went ahead to support the vice president today, and I decided to support the CDC, and the relationship turned better. You know, so and today internally I owe gratitude to her and all those who stood by me. You know, as I'm here, I am. If I'm not one of them, I am the only Liberian student who has not received 1 cent from biological parents. It is
Wow.
not that my parents hate me. No, they don't just have
You
it,
don't have
man.
it. Yeah.
My mother is a struggling woman. A woman who has 6 children. She prepares cookbook to send my brother to school. She did it to send all of us to school, and today she still does the same thing. So even if I'm hungry, even if I'm dying of hunger, sometimes when she look for people phone, she call me, "Oh, how you doing? How things when things hard tell me I'll go credit people all the money." I say, "Oh my things are okay." That's
Wow.
how I have been until I just everything about me just surrounded around politics. People just sing praises to people just to help them, man. And I'm grateful that God took me through. Our graduation is approaching December 12th, as you may
Oh
be aware.
wow. Make
I'll be
sure
So
to
there. I'll
let
be
me
there.
and
congratulations, man.
Yes, Janelle.
to see myself graduating with first class honor, I can't get over God's grace, my brother. I'm going to turn my back on
Wow.
politics. I'm actually going to turn my back on
You
politics.
in
In the
Are you
long
in
run,
Kigali right now?
Mhm.
yes, yeah, sure. I'm in
Oh
Kigali.
wow. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. In the long
Yeah,
run, I will actually open
we
foundation
need
to help people.
we need to celebrate our birthday. So
No,
I
not
mean, just
birthday.
make sure.
Say graduation.
I'm sorry, graduation. So I mean, we're talking the back. We gotta
Yeah,
celebrate
you know,
Cyrus.
Cyrus. I'm glad that
Wow.
you are making these statements publicly, and I know we've been talking. You've come a long way. I'll have to acknowledge that on here. And I pray and hope that you stay on this route. And you are a very smart young man with bright future, very eloquent. You speak well. Your background in itself should tell you a lot about where you. Because if you don't know where you're from, you want to know.
You
You won't know where you are going.
know where you're going.
And I can
Yeah.
say your mom over there, regardless of what she's selling, she's proud of you. You just have to keep on this track, this trajectory that you're on. If you continue on this, and I'm pretty sure you will because we've been talking, I can see the changes, and I'm very, very proud of you
Yeah.
to be heading this way. I know you said something about you don't have money, so you don't have to have money to be able to get. How much I started BKS with? $250. I started since Lorena says here, she was in attendance of I think our first or second fundraising event. I started BKS with $250. And how did it start? During when I was working on my master's, I was a long time ago when you were in 9th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. Yeah, y'all still doing it. So when we're doing, your last program here, I don't know how to do it now. You have to, they call it thesis in Liberia, but here's like a project, business
Yeah.
proposal.
Yeah. Business proposal. Yeah.
So I wrote my business proposal. My proposal was around BKS Foundation. So I sat down, I wrote it, how I want to help students in Africa. I had the business plan, the mission statement, the vision statement, everything. I wrote it. Nice. And then, again, I was just doing it out of bluff. I wasn't really, I wanted to get my grade, graduate, wear my gown, like every Liberian man, and celebrate. Man got masters. I never thought in my wildest dream that this was going to come to fruition. I never had the money. So I did a presentation. One of my friends he's a board member of BKS Foundation. They call him Dr. Allison. After I did the presentation, he called me, and I was the youngest in the class. This was a professional MBA program. All big guys, corporate executive. I was the only one. I never had anything. I was not doing anything. I was still working in the warehouse.
Yep.
Right. So he called me and he said, Alvin, you think I like the story. I like everything you wrote about. I love your business plan. I think you should implement that. I turned around looking at him. I said, implement what? He said, I said, you saw the cost there? He said, yeah. You can do it. And I started laughing at him. He said, well, here's what you do. You don't have to start big. You can start small. If it's one student, 2 students, 3 students, you start with them. And then you see what happens. And guess what? I called my late friend and brother, Dante Don, may his soul rest in peace. I called him. I said, my man, we need to start something. We need to start this organization. This is what we'll do. I will send you money, $250. Go recruit, and let's start helping students. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
So I don't have to tell you where BKS is now and what we've done. Here are we today. So don't give. I mean, I like your story. It's very unique. I think you should build off of it, and the sky is the limit. But I will stop you at Gina. You want to take over to ask guests more questions. If not, I will keep asking.
Cyrus, I want to tell you something. You know that most people are so poor that the only thing they have is money.
Sure.
Most people are so poor and the only thing they have is money. Most people that you see that focus on money, they're miserable. Money is just a means of exchange. Don't get me wrong. Money is good because, with money, you travel, you buy anything you want, Nobody's saying you shouldn't get money. Money as the primary focus. A lot of people, that's the only thing they got. The goal for money is supposed to be passed through, right? You can spend so much, but the feeling you get, I say I'm jealous. I'm selfish, right? I'm selfish because I want to be the only one giving.
Yeah.
That's how selfish I am. You know, if I have it, I want to be the only one giving it, right? So, but bro, just Cyrus, just do you know, set the goal, and you'll be successful, man. It's all mindset.
It is. It's all mindset. Genius.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
journalist,
you.
I'm ready. Let me brace myself.
Yeah. So we gotta go to the challenges and all that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
trying hard to not make up, but so politicians, you know, the Lorena, the Sarah, the
Every
other.
human being is a politician. It just depends on how what you do.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So as a strong legal advisor to Cyrus, you haven't told me yet that he's leaving politics. So we consider that to be a past for now. And we'll discuss it in the back. But again,
Okay.
welcome to the show, Mr. Sando, and
No
thank
problem.
you for everything that you are doing in Liberia. We appreciate it so much, including Madam Lorena, the CEO, my own friend and brother, Cyrus.
Yeah.
We say thank you to all of you. But then, this is it. You are on the
Mhm.
show tonight. We need to know everything about Heal Liberia. We need to know the challenges that you've been facing. One of the things that people do mostly when they go to the US is that the first thing they think of is how to give back to Liberia without settlement, without having a better place, without having good thing to do. People just want to give back. And many of these giving back, the intent is politics. What makes Heal Liberia, Heal Incorporated different from those people?
I don't. I made a statement that everybody is a politician because as a human being, everybody. Politics is just people relating to each other, right? That's politics. And but when I launched Heal 2019, the organization started in 2013, but I registered the organization in Liberia in 2019. But I've been helping from 2013 all the way up to the time I actually registered Heal Liberia, right? Heal Liberia was not an entity. I was just partnering, but I had to put an entity, register Heal Liberia. And my friend who been friends, lecturer who ran it, he was the managing director of Liberian Broadcasting System. So he didn't know about the work because I really do not talk about the work I do. I've been brought me on this stuff. You go anywhere, you will not see anything or hear anything about me because I'm not doing it for praise or personal aggrandizement or any intent to go into politics. Number one, for me, I'm American though. I'm a US citizen, right? I know they got dual citizenship. That's why I told before the dual citizenship came, I went to LBS. He told me, "Oh, dude, you're doing all this thing in Liberia, and I don't know." I was like, "Right, lecture who? I'm doing this for people. I'm not doing it for me, right? I'm not doing it for me." So he was like, "You know, soon you start doing these things. You need to." I said, Reggie, lecture who? I am a U.S. citizen. I cannot even break the laws to run in Liberia. That's the first thing. He was like, who will know you're American citizen? I said, okay, you know what? I'm going on when I go on ELBC on the radio and TV, I'm going to let the people know that I'm American and I'm not going to break the law to run for anything in Liberia. Bro, are able African politics? What I see, and this is not just Liberia. I'm talking about Africa. I've been to over 20 African countries. African politics is not about structure. It's not about system. It's not about ideals, right? I ain't able, bro. The headache. No. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything for politics. I'm not doing anything to run anywhere. That's why I don't even publicize what I do. That other people do it for me.
That leads me to the next question. Speaking of your challenges, what have been one of the most difficult challenges that you face over the years that you've been running Heal Incorporated? But before we go to that, what have been your most successful stories so far?
Oh man, I got a successful story. I got a lot of successful stories because I talk about some, right? I have worked with over 20 orphanages. Like for example, the like the Ebola, right? For 6 months. And I think that's one of the things that my organization did that was so crazy that I didn't even believe could have been done. So I left Liberia March, right? I left Liberia March. And then I think it was April that when they started closing the borders and closing the countries, right? Bro. So from April to I think September, we're supporting over 20 orphanages with water because we didn't want the children to go out of the orphan. So we had to bring water, food, money for 6 months. I didn't even know how we did it, but we were supporting orphanages through orphan concerns, sending out water every week, bags and bags of water to support them. That's just one of the things that like blew my mind. And one of the other things that we did, there's an orphanage in Chocolate City in Cannonsville area there, Chocolate City, of the highway going down to the port. Chocolate City. There's an area there around Cannonsville that's called Chocolate City. There's an orphanage there where they takes care of people who's can't like talk or they mute,
Deaf and dumb.
No, we don't call them deaf and dumb, bro. They're not dumb. Nobody's dumb, bro. Right?
I mean,
So
that's the psychological name given to them. So we just gotta get used.
in Liberia, right? That's what they call them. Yeah. So they had their school, their buildings. We totally renovated the whole thing. I mean, tore the roof down, put it back up. We did the floor. We extended the kitchen. We did the roofs on the two buildings. Repainted the whole building. That's another stuff that we did. That was just awesome to me. Another thing that we did was someone sent me a video of this kid and his dad living in like a shack where as soon as you touch it like this, everything fell down. And basically, when they sent me that video, I went to Liberia right away. Saw the kid, saw the place that they were living. Thank God that the land the little shack was owned by the dad. So we were able to build them an apartment. Build them an apartment and put them 1-bedroom decent apartment with bathroom and everything. We put them in there. A 13-year-old kid with his dad. Another thing, I mean, there's a lot. Another thing we did is we went to another orphanage where there were no restroom. We put a 10-stall modern restroom there with commodes, 5 stalls for showering, 5 stalls for commodes, boys and girls. So we have done a lot of things in the 12 years that will be in existence. But again, I do not. Yeah, Arvin, I do not. You do. I do not. Yeah.
Jeremy, come in there. Or you can still got questions?
Yeah, the man killing me. Let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so taking you to the challenges aspect, what have been one of the most difficult challenges that you faced so far?
One of the most difficult challenges in Liberia is the entitlement mentality. Right? The entitlement mentality in a way that when you start to do something for people, they feel that you are forced to do it for them. Right? That entitlement mentality is crazy. And so when you do a little thing for somebody, the appreciation is not there, but they will come for you to do something bigger. And if you do not have the means to do it, they actually feel entitled. So I give you.
Let me hold you there. Please hold your thought there. Just don't lose it. Let me kind of say something to that. So speaking of entitlement, when we started our foundation, we started giving tuition assistance out to students from my district. We started fine, and then the next thing we knew, they started politicizing everything, right? And before I could know, we had people, say Lorena here, she can attest to it, people started attacking. The man want to become politician, and he want to become politician. He forced to pay our tuition. He forced to get our school fee. And the next thing you knew, my pictures are on Facebook. Beginning started tearing me apart. They started ripping me apart, attacking me left and right. Right? Entitlement, because I was giving it. So to them, it's not normal for a regular person to come from there and give back. You have
an intent.
So to them now, they put me in the shoes of politician and said the man want to become politician, so he forced to do it. So let's make sure that he does it. The next thing, oh, the man, I want to pay our school fee. Oh, the man, the school fee again, not enough of that. Only 12 credit hour you will pay for. So that's it. And we started doing it. The first semester we did it. The second, the third, as we started going on. And there came a time where we took a break. Speaking of entitlement, they came back. They started accusing us of this and that. So yeah, it's sad. It's a sad thing for our people. The society, like you said, they are entitled. If you don't do it a certain time, it becomes problem. So I just wanted to inject that.
Yeah, and that's why I look at it like a mirror, right? I look at it on both sides. Bro, a lot of people ain't got it, right? A lot of people don't have it, and a lot of people have been manipulated by the same people that the same politicians and people who actually go to Liberia as what's his name? What's your name?
Cyrus?
No, not Cyrus.
Lorena?
I'm not wearing my glasses.
Lorena?
The journalist.
Oh, the man Kigali. The man.
I'm talking about the host. The host.
Yeah, I'm saying the two men.
Junior. Oh, you in Kigali too, Junior?
The two lawyers.
Oh, okay. So Junior, right? So again, like as you asked me that question, yes, there are a lot of people who leave from here to go with the intent to go into politics, and they use small projects, right? And manipulate people. So I understand. So people that come with the heart to do things, right? They get melted in that part, right? And then we get the same reaction from people, that entitlement. I can tell you right now. So the orphanage, right? We had 2 people that were brought there. When we adopted the orphanage, was it Ebola? No, what's the first one? COVID. No, Ebola. First one, Ebola. So we adopted the orphanage in 2014, right? And then just in that time, Ebola happens. I think 1 or 2 of the kids had Ebola, so they evacuated the whole campus, right? And the bishop of Jubilee Church, he's our partner, Bishop Glade, right? They took the children and took them to all the other orphanages that he had. I think his church has about 10 orphanages that we used to support, and we still do in some sort of a way. So the building was there, right? The property was there. The building was deplorable. So I went to Liberia in 2016 and I told Bishop, I was like, Bishop, we adopted this orphanage to take care of children. So we will go ahead and renovate the building, and please bring people back on the campus, and then we will be supporting them, right? So we renovated the place. A guy who was living in the area was homeless. They brought him on the campus for him to stay there, right? While we were renovating the place. So, and then a lady was homeless after we finished renovating the place, and Bishop brought back some children. A lady also with her children who was homeless in the community, they brought them on the campus. At this time, we hadn't purchased the campus, right? It was still under Jubilee Church. Mm-hmm. So these people living on the campus, so this lady and the guy started taking care of the children, and then they became a couple, right? Became a couple. 2023, Bishop them was going to sell the property. We purchased the property. We told them, say, you know what? Bishop then was go. They didn't know that Bishop was going to sell the property. Bishop was going to take them and disperse them to other orphanages. So I told Bishop, we've been taking care of these children. The children have a certain level of care right now, right? So we cannot just take them to other orphanages. So then we told Bishop, say, since these people were already at the orphanage taking care of the children, we're going to keep them there to continue taking care of the children. Arvin, as I speak now, Junior and Arvin, as I speak now, I've been in court for 10 months.
Wow.
10 months. Guess what? We told the people, you do not bring another child or anybody else on this campus because we budget for 30 children. We're paying almost $15,000 for school fees, right? A year. We're sending these children to one of the best schools in Carisburg. I'm telling you, this school, one of the best schools. They have their computer lab is better than LU lab right now. Right? I mean, this school you enter the art class where they're teaching them how to draw and stuff. We sending the children, we say, do not bring another child on this campus without our approval, right? Do not make decisions on this campus without telling our director of operations on the ground. I mean, we bought a place, this guy who was homeless and this lady who was homeless that came together on campus. They actually think that we bought a property and gave it to them.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Prince, Junior. So we told them, say, okay, and our board of director, we were there. My board of director from the States is in the States here with me in Atlanta. The secretary of the board is in London, right? They flew to Liberia. We flew to Liberia, sat down with these people. We treated them, because my thing is treat people as humans.
Yeah.
We treated them as humans. We treated them like there's no demarcation, right? We treated them as families. We sitting in the same bowl and eating. We having fun with them. Some Liberians, you cannot do that with them because they take advantage, right? Our board told them exactly how we're running the organization, but we didn't put anything on paper, right? Because we're doing it, we've been taking care of them. I mean, they're eating 3 times a day. We got a health team that goes on the campus every month to check the children. Every month. Which orphanage in Liberia doing that right now? We have a partner that go there every month to check. Right? We say, okay, every time we tell you something, you'll say, oh, you didn't discuss it good or that, right? So we put a contract together, right? Put a contract together, caretaker's contract, we put it together. We gave them the rules and regulations on how the organization is run. Guess what they did? We spent 3 weekends talking to them. We even say, okay, you know what? Because we've been giving you like stipends, because we're taking care of all of them, right? The woman, her daughter, was the first graduate in 2024. You know where we sent her? She didn't go LU. She didn't go to AMEU. You know where we sent her?
Cottington? Star?
We sent her to Adventist University, the university that is just open.
Yeah.
Living on campus. We spending. I got someone here to sponsor her for 4 years, bro. She's not even an orphan. That's the lady on the campus daughter. Right? We gave them the contract. The people refused to sign the contract. You know what they did? They took us to Benin Ayure. Because Benin Ayure is the kingmaker now in Carisburg. Took us to Benin Ayure. When Benin Ayure called us, we got on a call with Benin Ayure. I explained, my team and I explained to Benin Ayure. Benin Ayure said, what? You're doing all this for these people in the state, bro, yo? Benin Ayure went to them and told them, you're going, you need to sign the contract. They refused. They took us to the mayor.
Wow.
Took us to the mayor. Mayor told them the same thing. They didn't do it. They took us to the magistrate. Magistrate called us for conference. We explained to the magistrate. The magistrate told them, can you go and beg those people for them to keep you? Because we told them to leave. If you can sign, we're going to leave and we're going to bring people to take care of the children. The magistrate told them to write us a letter. They didn't do it. You know what they did? I mean, the same thing they did to you. They went on Facebook. They took journalists, took them to the campus, telling journalists in Liberia that we came, we took their children picture and bring it to America, made money for them, right? And then we want to kick them off the campus and the partners that they had their organization, and we came. Can you imagine? So we gave them 3 months to leave the campus. But again, at Liberia, right? But Liberia, I have spent over $10,000 on this case right now.
Wow. Yeah.
Wednesday, on the 20th, on Thursday, I will be at the circuit court. My lawyer will be at the circuit court to try to evict those people from the campus. So guess what now? We giving you food every day. You eating 3 times a day. You got a place. You got drinking water. You got light, right? We actually, because that era LEC get there yet, right? But we got the whole yard is lighted with solar light.
Yeah.
We got them solar chargers. What they can charge them. We got them 2 solar generators. That's there. They got all amenities, healthcare, everything. But guess what? Because the entitlement, they lost everything. Her daughter lost the scholarship, and we're in a limo right now, so we're not doing anything for the children. Junior, make that make sense to me. Make that make sense.
Sad. It's really sad and unfortunate that our people tend to do things like that. But that's the society that we find ourselves in. And that's why we usually make some people when they come here, they don't want to look back there. They don't want to do anything back there.
Yeah.
They just stay here. But with all that, they got a few people. I will just give my story here and Gino can take over. Yeah. They got a few of them who are very grateful.
Very
grateful.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I was going to my hometown last year, one of my trips, and we stopped in Ban. I know you're going outside, but I'll take you there one day. I'll take you to Nima one day.
My man, I ain't go Nima. Yeah, stop on it to Banga. Next year when I go Liberia, I'm going Nima. I gotta go visit Lorraine's place. My man, hopefully, when you go in, maybe next year we can coordinate.
So I got a bond. My team and I we were in the center of the town. We were just having discussion. There was a young guy, a young guy who graduated from the Nima Community College. So he came up to me in the back. I was standing talking, we were having a lecture, and he came to me, and all my friends were there, and he decided to give his testimony. And he said, Mr. Seka, I know since you were providing the scholarship, I never had a chance to meet with you or talk to you, but I want to let you know that I'm one of the recipients, one of the beneficiaries of the scholarship. And my mom never had money. My pa never had money to send me to school. I benefited from the scholarship from the first semester all the way to I graduated, and now I'm a teacher. He called it town name. So I just want to say I'm thankful to you, because if it were not your scholarship, if it was not for BKS, I wouldn't have graduated. So with all the other politicians there, they have some people that actually warranted their assistance.
Yeah.
Those help. So I just thought to share that. We have some good people who are really, really appreciative, but a few of them that can mess things up.
Bro, I got my operations guy, bro. I can tell you now. Personal, just personal things, projects in Liberia. Nobody would tell me that they do not have trustworthy people in Liberia, right? Because we all, especially Alvin, you can be my witness, especially in the diaspora.
Yeah.
You will hear a lot of people saying you can't trust anybody in Liberia. You can't trust anybody. That's generalization. They have people you can trust in Liberia, but it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, right? Because the reason why is Liberia is not trustworthy is because it's from up. Like the leaders in the country not trustworthy. How do you expect the followers to be trustworthy? If the leaders in the country corrupt, how do you expect the followers to not be corrupt, right? What you see is what you do. You know, what you see is what you do. But yeah, man, like my operations guy, I can tell you, man, this guy through his hands, passing through his hand, almost $1 million has passed through his hand, just personal, personal stuff for the organization, personal stuff for my friends, because all my friends, everybody go through him for any project they're doing in Liberia. I will give you a story, right? The restroom at the orphanage was messed up, so I sent my boy to go there to fix it, right? So they finished fixing the place and everything. I was supposed to send him the money to paint the building. When I looked, the guy started sending me pictures with the restroom already painted, completed, and everything. So I was like, but Moses, how? I was like, but Moses, I didn't send you the money to paint the building. You know what the guy told me? The guy said, but Sandro, I stretched the money you send. I stretched it because what? I went and bargained for discounts. And the discount that I got from the material, I was able to buy paint with the brushes and everything to paint the building. The only thing you need to do is send me the money to pay the guys and who paint the building, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
From that day, I can trust him with $1 million.
Yeah, we do. I agree with you. We do have a lot of great people there, and I'm a witness of that. But yeah. I'm gonna ask one question here. I think that's gonna be is towards Sis Lorena and yourself when it comes to NGO funding. I know you and I in the States here, like you said, we utilize our employers for the most part. I personally, for me, I do fundraising, to help buttress our effort. But then I use my employer, the little grants and things. Yeah. Since Lorena, I don't know if you're listening. Since what is the source of funding now for most NGOs in Liberia? Because I know from the whole UNICEF thing with our big brother here, I know everything gone down. So how are NGOs getting funding in Liberia, and how is it now? Since UNICEF, that used to be the major donor there, other than NUDP. What is it like?
You said in UNICEF.
So Lorena, you wanna butcher that?
Yeah. So what I can see happening is that Gavi is giving money out to people, but it's kind of like I don't know if you say secret, like you know about it. You tell your other friend, you apply the kind of stuff that, and then the Swedish embassy, few embassies around Monrovia, they also give money for it. Depends what your organization is into, and then how you call
UNDP.
Yeah, UNDP, and then UN Women. It just depends what you're into, and it also depends the connection. Yeah, UNDP will have that stuff, or whatever organization will have that stuff. There might be somebody in that will tell you X, Y, Z. And I think I told you my story one time when I was staying in the US about this project with one embassy, and we went through the first, second, and third phase of the I should call it election process. And then the guy told our executive director at the time that he wanted to talk to me. So she gave him my WhatsApp number, and then he called me and said, "Oh, well, he might have a tuition email, but I don't know why he didn't send that through email." He said, "Oh, they purchase people organization writing, and for the stage we are reached to now, we can give you and this amount, and you give us 50
He wanted a cut.
percent.
Yeah.
You take 50%, and then we'll do your report." So I said, "No, that will be my first time to get a grant. So I must work, I must implement it, do a report with, attached pieces of evidence." I can't do that. So I went back and forth, and they didn't agree. And so they dropped us. But what happened a few months later, he also lost his job because other people put together and when we reported him to that particular embassy, what he was doing to people. So that has it. But for me, since I started, I have not really gotten any big grant. In during the COVID-19, I was subcontracted by Eddie Jawuro, and then we did a project in Sekipie. And besides that, I always do fundraising. You are donated to my, so like personally for the park, the sanitary park, we printed t-shirts, notepad, pen and cap, and so we give it up for $40 per set to people. And so if he gave us a $40, we are able to keep 4 girls in school for the whole school year. So that's what we usually do. Just ask people, right? Yeah.
I got
And
you.
Okay.
like maybe 60% come from my stuff, and the rest of it look around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go,
you got anything
go
to
ahead.
add to that, Chief?
No, no. I mean, it's bad in Liberia right now with the USAID, UNDP, all of them. What's the other one? Christian Aid. They they used to do a lot that you talk
Yeah, they
about.
used to do a lot for orphanage.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used to supply
yeah.
my mom orphanage. Yeah.
But they're not even doing all that. So it's hard over there, bro. It's hard over there. But I mean, even here it's hard.
Hey, get
Like
it out.
I can tell you for my organization, I've never written a grant. Never. I've never written a grant. And in the US, I don't know if you're aware of this, Abby, because I actually went. I got a certificate in nonprofit management as well, right?
Man, you jack of all trade, computer science, programming,
Yeah.
social worker, stockbroker, financial advisor, VP for Morgan Stanley. And that's what you become president of Liberia.
Hell no, no, bro. Politics? No, I can't. I just can't. I don't like politicians, though.
Yeah,
To be
that's
real with you, like
go ahead.
Junior, I don't even watch news. I haven't watched news in probably 10 years.
Oh wow.
I don't watch news because news is all negative. I don't watch news. BBC, CNN. No, no, no.
But
When
you
I
don't
can
have news, you can't talk about news, yo.
no,
You
but
you
we're
make
talking
it
about good
you making
things.
we the news you making we the news writer to look back because
No,
you
we
only see
talk.
it as you report it though.
No, I mean,
That's joking, man. That's joking.
yeah. But the thing is, news is like nothing. And the news in America here is really not news. They gave opinions,
Mhm.
right? They gave opinions like CNN. You go to CNN, you know exactly what CNN going to say. You go to NBC, you know exactly what NBC going to say. You go to Fox, you know where Fox leading, right? So it's like, so I don't look at news.
So
So that and Junior, that is to tell you that I don't got no interest in politics.
no, I know people of your kind in a very positive way. I know people of your kind who have never dreamed of politics before, but just in the blink of an eye, something just happened. They joined politics. There have been successful people in that direction. So I don't want you to just take politics out.
J-
Absolutely.
Junior, I sound O'Connor. Now you know me as of today. You will never see me in politics. I say never. They say never belongs to God, right?
Okay.
Never see me in politics.
I will take your word for that, and I will keep you
Yeah,
at the bank. And
keep
tomorrow,
it. You
maybe I
can
will
take
go.
that to the bank.
Sorry,
Right, everybody.
sorry, my brother. You can ask question or say something there before we let our guest to go. I think I might ask 2 questions before we let him go. Well, let's see how you chief.
Yeah, thank you. You know the thing about politics, the way politics is done in Liberia, people are afraid to be part of the game. You know, you must to be a politician in Liberia, especially if you want to be successful, you must be part of some bad deal. You because there's a whole cartel bill. This is where Junior. I keep telling you, I'm off that path. We'll talk, my man. I'm off. And listen, am I wrong? Am I wrong in my district in the future?
Oh, breaking
And
news, oh.
two
Breaking
things.
news.
It's right, do you?
Yeah, we
The
got
man
breaking news.
busy.
Where
The
this
man is
thing is?
fasting.
If you
Two
go
things I got. Two things I got
No,
on my mind. I want to accomplish. One,
Mhm.
people said when people go to America, they can change. Certain things they can change people. You turn your back on people you know. You either you know them. I want a record I want to break. And big brother, I've been on the show. Lorena, a lot of Liberians I know, Kelebo, Gonglo, a lot of Liberians I know have break on a record, and I also want to break that record. Look, as I'm here, I can pick up my telephone any other time and call the big brother without even asking what you doing and this that he can answer. I used to do the same thing to Mana Lorena. We used to talk. She would get up. She called me, but look, I helped a big brother. I helped a big brother. I didn't get him cash. I helped a big brother to go to America through the DV thing. Our big brother, my father, my uncle, my late uncle, um, adopted him. So he was like part of our family. I will not call his name. Maybe he can watch it. Our big brother was struggling, suffering from one go camp to another, digging gold, this and that. When I was in Ghana doing my lay hustle, I had three motorbikes on traffic. So when he and his family were very tired, he came to Ghana. He said, "My picking and I can sit down now. They hustle in the southeast, things are not working. I have come to Nimba. If I will die, let me die in my own place." So he explained a lot. After I was managing, God's willing, gas station in LPRC. I was the manager there at the time. So from the hustle and things, the gasoline we were selling, sometimes, the whole drum, the manager will tell you, this one, you will report 56 gallon, you will report 57, and some of the drum contains sometimes 60, 61, and things like that. So I used to post susu, and the 5,000 he was giving me per month, I put it in susu. I managed to buy my first motorbike, and with that, I was able to get three motorbikes. So when he explained his situation, I pitied him. I told my girlfriend, I said, let's try to get one motorbike for the big brother. So I gave the big brother one of my motorbike. And then one afternoon, I know something just came in my mind after I had come from playing my DV. So he came was lecturing, he said, my beginner, he said, I rather die now than going to the southeast. I said, people, you know what? That's why you play DV. When you play DV, you win. You can go to America, your story will change. Just like when God talking to you, my brother. So when I told him, he started arguing. He said, "What am I going to do with DV? If I win DV, who do I have to sponsor it? I can't get money to send children to school at DV." I said, "People, just win first." I use people that Ferry Dekba as case study. I say, imagine Ferry and other people here. If you win, Ferry can even look at a daughter and say, "You get married. I will sponsor the program." Reluctantly, he accepted. He said, "But then let go." So when we went to NP gas station in Ghana, there's a place there. There's a place up there. They call it Big Brother Kelvin. You get a little cafe there. So at that time they were charging 150. The Big Brother said, "Man, you came to play too?" I said, "Yeah, my same brother, you came to play." He said, "At 150, I paid it 150." So I had a Big Brother. And to tell you that I remember going to win the thing, they told his picture 3 times. When he put it here, so they take it and say that's correct. When he put it, so they take it and say that's correct. So he had Barcelona tap on. He had Barcelona tap on. And I'm trying to see better. He just stay well, brother. The last one they told it, they want to make it 3. When they met to he said, yeah, the other one good. He did all the information, they gave him the sheet, and we left. So when the hustle was turns in Ganta, everywhere he go, accident. When he goes, so accident, just spoiling people property, hitting people car and things. Then he was so frustrated. He said, brother, thank you for the motorbike thing. I want to go back in the southeast He said, go deposit in Sino right now. I'm going there. He said, people getting money from Sino. I said, okay, big brother. He went Sino. So when he went Sino, I know what happened, what happened. He didn't get anything. Then he went to River G. He left there, DV resort came, and he was elected. Our big brother left there. People were calling again, getting until Kelvin, because he addressed, he put on something that Sandy, so Sandy. So that had Kelvin had one of your friends from Sandy, he got Takwa Walker. He called Takwa. He said, my man, one of your picking for that community, one DV, we're looking for you. He said, oh, he said, why your name? He said, your name, Pressure Marker. Let me just call your name, Pressure. So when Takwa heard the information, Takwa called to send the people in the southeast, said your temperature to come in our way, DV. People are King Ganta. Hey, my man, the people lift me up, my picking without making the thing. You told me that too, without making.
Remember that we sat there.
Yeah, when my man, the people like myself, later, I said, people, what is it? He said, my man, that test. Yeah, myself started testing. After he said, I was elected in our activity, you told me. So when I said, I don't believe it, we went to Kelvin checked the result. I saw the thing now. I said, I can't get over. He said, you know what you do? Just give me one motorbike. Let me start new hustle. So I gave him another motorbike. I started hustling until the 2017 campaign. He said, my man, they hustle here will not do anything. I want to join your boss man, Garrison Yellow campaign team. And Garrison wins the election, so we can talk to him to help me. I said, no problem. He jumped more in the campaign from one place to another until we lost the election. So when we lost the election, things were not easy on Yellow. You know, the case ended to the Supreme Court and all of that. So he called me and said, my man, even as that, I know the people still get somebody. Please talk to him to help me, my man. So, my man, it was so embarrassing that Yellow is so depressed about the election result. But still, I told him what you do. Just, I will go to Nimba, but go to the house there, you be there. Tell Yellow your problem. Even if he's embarrassed, he will get something for you. He went to Duazon. He spent some time with Yellow. And I think Yellow gave him $50 or 60 something. Man, the guy did his process. Long story short, he went to the States. The guy sent me text. And the very day he was picking up, he tried calling me. He said, oh, my picking, I wanted to inform you before time so you can escort me to the airport. But the old man there said, Africa, yeah, this and that. So that in the car, somebody, I listened to one business from my town who were yelling at him, why you can't reach before you call a man? Why you can't reach? He switched his phone off. So when this man went in his States, my brother, to be very honest with you, the guy was calling me back and forth. Oh, my picking. That time he was in Baltimore, in Maryland. The player I am now, brother, life is here. I just pray to have opportunity to bring you over the thing you take, blah, blah, blah. Junior, I don't know what suddenly changed. The guy made me his enemy. This guy, my brother, since I came in this country in 2021, with all of what I have been through, I will take my time, write whole pamphlet, outline all the things I'm going through. This guy has joined his line with me. I do at this certain thing that he doesn't like. I will call people. Sometimes I will call Lorena. I will call one pieces from Fayengle, who knows him very well. They got Princess Diakpo. I will call them and say, ask my brother if I did anything to him, that he forgive me to help me. You know,
you don't do nothing, Cyrus. America is American. That's all.
Junior,
which camp he was on? The 2023 election.
This guy is not really interested. He's not really interested in politics, but I believe he supported Ernest Mansier. I mean, forget about Ken. I'm talking about where 2019,
It's okay. So from the camp of Ernest Mansier, Garrison Yellow, that's two separate camps there. So
somebody push a man, somebody 2023, because every program he goes, when people lecturing about my how you get here and things, then the guy will come at me and say that true one of my picking and king. So that he said it to one big brother who know me. He said the big brother is the picking is even one that's soft. So he can't even say, even at 50 that he just send it or 100 that he just send it to a picking, you keep him on something. So that I know he go for my man the man send me for brother. messing me that, but I felt that my brother has forgiven me. I felt my brother coming to get of me. So I was very happy, brother. Since that day up to now, even if that guy can read my message, I just decided I thought to myself, I said I would never call a guy anymore, even if I die. And guess what? The day I enter Liberia, I hit that. I'll look for it. I go give it to Oma. I say, the thing your son contributed towards my school there. Yeah. That guy, my brother. So when people are in America, when you call the answer, my man, I can feel happy. I feel but winner. So they play people say it can change people. Why is it certain people are behaving certain way? See,
The guys are gonna water, yeah. When you drink that water, yeah, you drink that water, you can look.
But Cyrus,
Yeah.
you may be surprised when that guy come to tell you his story. The $100 that he sent you, you may want to actually find it and give it back to him. I'm not saying people not like that, but this place, let me tell you something. America is the best country in the world. It's the hottest country in the world, and it's the worst country in the world. Right? So, and I understand, people in Africa, and they see the way how social media and the media presents America is totally different than when you live and come and live in America, brother. I'm telling you, like a lot of Liberians that you see, I can be open to everyone on this one. Like just with everything going on, like few months ago, I got diagnosed with anxiety. Right? I can be open because, bro, this place, if you don't have the mental fortitude to live in this place and fight, bro, you will not make it. I'm not saying the God didn't treat you bad, but I would say just take it 50-50. Don't take it as he deserted you, but just kind of take it balanced. Say, okay, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt. Maybe he just didn't have it, or maybe he's going through something that he can't even afford.
Sandra, I would respectfully disagree with you to some extent. I've been on both sides, right?
Yeah.
We've lived here for a very long time.
No, I'm not cutting you off. That's why I say I'm not saying that's not what he's doing, right? But I'm just saying this country, there's what people want for you to see, like this. They're showing this palm, but you don't know what this is doing in the back. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
And I agree with you. But here's the thing. What I was trying to say though, there's no reason why you can't communicate with someone, especially with the back. Again, I'm just going off of what he said. You can't communicate with this person to let the person know what's going on. We are on social media. Social media is everywhere. If I don't have it, I'll call you and tell you, say I don't have it. We have that conversation. Communication is very, very important. Now, if you don't communicate, if you don't, tell the person what's going on, then it leaves room for
interpretation.
Exactly what Sarah is.
Yeah, but Avi, how many people, human nature, how many people need likes to talk about the difficulty they're going through? It's hard. It's very hard to discuss it, especially when you're on the other side, like you come to the stage. I mean, how many people would want to say right now that they're stopping in someone's crib in the basement because they ain't got a place to stay? How many persons will say, my man, I'm under the bridge? Right. How many persons will say, my man, I'm living on food stamp? So sometimes that's what I say. Sometimes you just give the benefit of the doubt. I don't like, maybe I'm just this optimistic person, and I just like to give people the benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to these type of things, because I was like that. right? And all of us was like that. You call my Oma was there, you call it Oma and be there, Oma and ain't want get, but then when I came and saw a situation, I be like, okay, we're not in the shoes, you know. So sorry, but I'm not saying sorry. Some people just all right, and not even for not even people, not even being here, people right here who knows the system, who live by the system, with, and we treating each other like trash.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that's a great story.
The gentleman I'm talking about, I think his case is different from you. You are explaining from a broader perspective as to how people react when situations are not good. But for him, this gentleman, in fact, he is doing projects in Liberia. I'm not asking you to give me everything you have.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Even if it is 25, you can read your application, bad gas, things are tight. And look, that man just drew his line as though when people made medicine between you and somebody and said, don't talk this way.
All right, Cyrus. Let me give you one more good thing for life, right? Let me give you one more good counsel for life. Nobody has to do anything for you. If you think about it that way, nobody will disappoint you, brother. Just put your mindset. I don't care what you do for people, right? Don't expect anybody to do for you. If you have that mindset, you will not be disappointed in human being, bro. Because human being in nature, they don't disappoint people. So if you have that mindset to say, you know what, and this person is a human being, I only expect myself to do for myself. If you have that mentality, then you put God first, and then you choose who to become your family. Because relative, I always say, right? I mean, some people can say, my man, you won't let it like different, but I would just say, my family is not blood. It's not someone that me and they come from the same mound, the same path. That thing they don't say, oh, family tree can bend or it can break. For me, it can break, right? Because and when I say my family, I choose who to become my family. I cannot choose my relative because we have that blood relation. But to say who to become my family, it means who I can call 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And they will be there. Or who I can say, you know what? If I go right now and something happens, I can call that person and say, hey, bro, run to my house, right? Or if I call that person in Liberia and say, my man, I know it's 3 in the morning, but soon 4 o'clock in the morning, you get up, and that person do it for you. And so for me, my relatives, my blood relative, they have to graduate. They have to kind of excel to be a family member of me, to be my family. But you will always be my relative, and I will always love you. I will always give you the benefit of the doubt. But for you to be in my family, it has to be at a different level. That's just me.
Thank you.
Junior, you say you got 2 more? So you got 2 more questions?
I will hold it for now because I want to make the space a space that you will come back. Eating from you today.
We're bringing back. We're bringing back. He's going to be our regular guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem, man. I'll be willing, bro.
Before you take leave of us, when the CEO asks about the sustainability aspect of organization being run, whether you get grant from other people, you basically said that you don't have anyone you get grant from, not internet, but people help. People help in that situation. Now,
so
I would want to know, especially with the aspect of a humanitarian organization that you running, specifically the issue of how do you orphanages is very important, very key. They depend on you. It's about dependency. Now, what happens tomorrow when you, Mr. Sanders, step aside from Heal Incorporated? Who will take charge of the organization?
Yeah, that's why we have a board of directors. We have other directors, financial director, operations, and the way how my organization is formed, I can get kicked out, right, if I misbehave. So because it's sustainability, and also for funding, even though when I haven't written like a grant to put a proposal together, write a grant and give it to a big organization or to a church or something to give, for me to have funding for a specific project. No, I don't. What actually pushing my organization right now is we have a partnership with the Falcons, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Basically, that's where we get our funding from right now. And what we do, we get volunteers, and during the games, they have they sell food, right? So we get volunteers. They go man one of the food stations. We have one of the main stations that we raise maybe a game. We can get about 20 to 30.
Falcon, he's referring to the American football
Team.
On the stadium, yeah.
Yes, Atlanta. The Atlanta team is called Falcons. So we have a contract with the stadium where we go and sell food at a concession stand where they sell food, and then we get a percentage of the sale, right? So probably just a game we will get from that particular stand, we could make like about $30,000, and we get a percentage of that amount. We also have the same partnership with University of Alabama. We have that partnership, so we have volunteers that go there, and then we also have it with the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I have a dynamic board of directors who runs all that volunteer income making part of the organization. And by the grace of God, she's like, when she retires, that's what she's going to be doing, and just focus on the organization and have the organization run. And then my job, I get grant as well. And then also my job, they do like hygiene product drive, and like Lorraine probably early next year, the drive that we're going to do, the hygiene product drive, will actually probably be for your organization, but we talk to get tax and stuff.
So much. Thank you.
So that will be probably February or March, so we can have that sent for the girls over there. So those are the kinds of things that we do. But actually, for like we were talking about sustainability, I hit aid, right? Because like what we're doing is we just giving them this stuff. So I really like to work with in the future to work with young Liberians, especially entrepreneurs, right? Helping them develop businesses, and then also having girls into male-dominated fields, right? Like plumbing, auto mechanic. Like we did a pilot program where we have 2 girls through Orphan Concerns that we put them through the plumbing program, right, for 2 years. So both of them are plumbers right now. I think those are the things that will actually uplift and sustain organizations, like even farming, right? That's farming. Like have orphanages run a whole farm, and proceeds from that farm can go, to do the work. Like having low-cost housing built, right? That the money that the organization can build, and the money leave from that and goes into projects, right? So those are some of the things that I'm actually thinking on as I grow, as the organization grow, for us to kind of start spreading our tentacles in ways to actually sustain the organization, especially in Liberia, going forward.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, Mr. Sano Kane. Yeah. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time again. On behalf of BKS, the management of BKS TV and radio station, I want to say thank you for being here. This shouldn't be your last time appearing on the show. And I want to put it to you, as soon as you get done with your court case, we want to hear more about that. Let's make this your platform. I know you say you don't like news, but let's make this your platform.
No problem. As long as we kind of avoiding Liberian politics, I can. No, but listen though, I can talk politics, right? Because all of us are politics. I don't have to get involved, but yeah, I'm a Liberian, right? I'm I'm making impact in the country, and so I can talk politics. I can talk about things that politicians doing, or I can talk things that politicians doing right. If they are doing it right. No, I'm just kidding though. You can call me anytime, any topic that you want to talk about.
Not-for-profit organization like ours to thrive in any society, there must be some political stability
Yeah.
with goodwill. So
Yeah.
that's where we come in to hold them accountable, ask them questions, ask that they provide those safe space for us to operate. So
Yeah.
it's not about politics per se, but we still got to ask them questions. But yeah, it has been great having you, my brother. I know you've been here over 2 hours, 9 minutes.
No, bro, I'm good. I told you I was not
Appreciate
working
it.
today just for this, right? I took off.
You see now we got connection. You know Cyrus, you know Junior now. You
Yeah.
want to link up with my sister Lorena to partner. You
Yeah.
see, BTS is
Yeah.
all about making connection, making peace,
I
making
didn't please give all of them a number. Let's keep in touch.
I will.
Especially Cyrus and Junior. Yeah, let's keep in touch, bro. I mean, I am here, mentor. I love to talk to young people.
Yeah.
You need me to talk about anything, call me. We lecture. I love to mentor people. I love to see the potential, that potential leaving from 1 to 100. So
We need that.
Junior and Cyrus, man, I'm proud of you. Upcoming lawyers. You're lawyers, right?
I'm a lawyer than that. I'm a lawyer than that.
So,
You don't mess with me. Oh. I got two.
oh, okay. See, upcoming lawyers. My daughter wants to be a lawyer too.
Yeah.
She says she wants to be a lawyer, but upcoming lawyer, just strive. Keep doing what you're doing. I feel the sky is the sky is there's a limit to the sky. Just go above that. Go into space. And I'm here, man. Anytime you want me on the show, it's good. It's good conversation. I wouldn't mind being a guest on the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And then Abby just put me on local or national TV. I'm on local.
Man, people listen to you in Butuo.
I'm a celebrity. I haven't been Nimba before, but people listening to me in Nimba. And everyone in Nimba, I heard that Nimba is like, it's like I've been watching videos of Nimba friends going to Nimba, and they said Nimba is one of the most productive counties in the country. I just want to say hats off to everybody in Nimba, and I pray next year I will be in Nimba visiting. Thank you to BKS Abin. Thank you for your work. I got to come to Nimba. I got to visit Butuo and come to see the work you're doing.
They will start GB. Yeah. Will start the left over and the one against.
Yeah, with a Zoclo in it, right?
Yeah, the Zoclo and then the Boibo.
We'll put everything in there. I will eat it. Yeah. But Abin, man, thank you for doing this. I mean, it's great that you have a platform for voices to be heard and just for people to have something to listen to, right? Listen to motivate them. It's awesome. Junior, thank you very much, Cyrus. Sis Lorraine, Lorena. Lorraine or Lorena?
Lorena.
Yeah. Lorena, thank you. Thanks for coming. And I see the two other people on the show.
Yeah, I'm happy. Coming at the politician that you want to talk
the politician and ready to talk.
Is he the one that they want to be the one in the car. Politics.
Okay, so the politicians that are on here, I'm just pleading to you. If you're going into politics, please take care of the people. You can still make your money. You see, that's what politicians don't understand. You can still make money without you stepping on your people. America, right? The people here in Congress, the representatives, company going into the area, people going there to lobby, right? Lobby is not a crime, but when they go to lobby and they go to they make sure that this company gave to the people what belongs to the people, and the company gave to them what belongs to them for making that deal possible, right? They don't go take what the company is supposed to give them plus what's supposed to be invested in the community and give the community 25%, right? So all those who try to go into politics, Cyrus, please do it for the people.
Thank you. Cyrus, appreciate it, brother. I'll talk to you.
Brother. Thank you. I love all of you, man. Nimba County, you're great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that's it. Veteran Mavasin coming. It's late. and he's part of the latecomers for today.
The vet,
Brother,
before you talk about late, we missed the vet though. Vet, we missing you.
yeah,
What the problem? What's going on? we got Chris in the back there driving, coming from work.
Yeah, I actually came late. I think the change of time is kind of affecting me. So every time I come from work is almost late, and it's becoming embarrassing. So yeah, that's what happened. Nothing else.
yeah. But anyways, before we go, I would like for each and every one of you to have a little tip on this issue of the HIV test result in Liberia. Mana Lorena, you got more insight on this. We'll give you the opportunity.
I'm a busy Lorena smiling so to the show. This is how you doing.
So recently, this platform, like we said, we are here to stay. We took on the initiative of rating our lawmakers. You know,
Yeah,
the House
let's
of
talk about that.
the House of Legislature always do that at the end of every year. They grade the various lawmakers on their three cardinal responsibility, taking into consideration their appearance in session the entire year, those of whom that left session without any other written excuse and all of that. So we as BKS TV and BKS radio station, recently we posted that the citizens, especially those that are not in Liberia, should be able to rate our lawmakers on the social media. And now we've sent our investigative journalists in the 9 electoral districts to know what is happening there based on the rating that is being done. Now, we will certificate them. It will not be BKS certificating, but it will be what the people say. Now, now the year is almost to an end. Let's say the fiscal year have already finished. In your opinion, who do you think did well during the 2025 fiscal year, taking into consideration the three cardinal responsibility of a lawmaker: representation, oversight, lawmaking, and all of that? You know, oversight has to do with the developmental aspect and everything. We want you to rate these people, and let's know your side of the conversation. Let's start with you, Madam Lorena. The 9 lawmakers, let's rate them from 1 to 10, and why? District 1, District 2, District 3, District 4, all the way to District 9.
So we left the HIV discussion now.
It's sensitive. I want us to keep it on the side for now, and let's go to the lawmakers issue.
Okay, so it will be kind of difficult for me because I may call a lawmaker and then there is someone else that is doing way better than that person, but because maybe I'm not following that person or I'm not from that district, so I'm not so much attached to them. Like for example, the district number 6 lawmaker, we are not friends on Facebook, so I don't know what he's doing. And so
you gave me 0.
No, when I gave you 0.
You don't follow Facebook, follow activities on the media.
When I
Chris, I beg you, leave Lorena to do a rating.
So I would be making a suggestion to you, because to get a scorecard of the lawmaker, you first have to know how many times in a particular setting, how many times were they in sessions. The day they were out of sessions, was there a written excuse? Did they go on an official trip? You have to establish that. So you have to establish your attendance. Then when they were campaigning, the campaign say, I will go people here, I will brush, I will do this, I will do that. So maybe they said maybe the 15 promises that were made. How many of those promises have been achieved in the 2 years? I think that, and then when you're grading somebody, you grade, because for example, if you just say you're grade Lorena, you put me on Facebook, grade me, people who just decide for no reason to hate me, they will grade me 0. So, and people listen. People who have not done anything, but they're just looking for being Lorena, They were giving 10 over 10. So I think we should base, I'm sorry that maybe you'll discuss it first, but I think we should have an in-house discussion and then do it based on what? Because instead of just saying grade this person, and no on
So,
Facebook. So
so
like you saying somebody
I
that
said,
somebody, uh-huh.
like I said, we're grading
Mm-hmm.
these people based on their three cardinal responsibilities. Now, we media platform, we are very, very independent. There are three cardinal responsibilities, which include oversight, lawmaking, representation. We want to know how they executed these three cardinal responsibilities. Now, before we hand out the issue of certification, we'll wait for the House of Representatives to bring out a scorecard for attendance. But as we speak, our investigative journalists are in the field in the various districts within NIMA. From the result we're seeing, we're getting to know who did this, who did that, because we want for everybody to be participant of this. People are in the field interviewing the people. What do you make of your lawmaker? Now, you as a panelist on the show, there have been people you've been following in the 9 electoral districts in NIMA. What say you in that three cardinal responsibility execution? Did
So
Mr. X
when it comes to lawmaking, I don't know if any of our non-lawmakers, if any of them, I mean our non-representatives, if any of them sponsor a bill, either single-handedly or
you do your rating
listen
now?
now. So for that, I give all of them 0 because I don't know about it.
Okay, 0.
So that's one.
Good.
Then when it comes to representation, I would want to give all of them maybe like 7.5 or 10 because I have watched them in sessions and making pleas or advocating for their district, their different district. Even down to my own brother, who you want to say we get seeing each other. I have watched them making plea, making negotiation, for that district. So when it comes to representation, I will get a 7.5 or 10. And then when it comes to oversight, the problem with our lawmakers now unique to NIMA is the oversight. So because oversight means holding another branch of government accountable for certain things, right? For example, there will be a check and balance. Let's say, for example, a 14-year-old girl was allegedly raped, and Gregory Coleman has a own way of telling the whole way to deal with the rape issue around. And because this person, the alleged perpetrator is his cousin, and so we've been waiting for a DNA machine since August, and we're going to December. One single lawmaker, including the female lawmakers, have not care. They don't care to invite Gregory Coleman to come answer questions. So they don't care. They know the person that was allegedly raped is not a niece, it's not a relative, so they're getting a gas slip. As soon as they're getting a pay and everything, so everything is fine in the country. So when it comes to oversight responsibility, I will give all of them 5. That's how I will grade it.
Thank you. Cyrus, my brother, let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. The question as to how we should rate our lawmakers, I think, is a bit complicated because the lawmakers we have, the lawmakers from NIMBA, I'm speaking about lawmakers from NIMBA, the lawmakers we have in the legislature, they have different leadership qualities. To put politics aside, in terms of human capacity building, why it is true that Honest Mansier and I cannot see eye to eye, I think he's doing well in terms of human capacity building.
So we'll put that in representation.
Yeah, so in that category, I will put him and Ta Mungwe. Let me tell you something. There is something about Ta people don't understand. People keep calling him schemer. He's a 419, this and that. Look, my brother Tai might have all the negatives, but Tai is intentional about the young people from his district. I can perfectly recall, I think 3 or 4 months ago, Tai was seen in his district giving young people motorbikes to do their hustle, empowering people with cash to do business. These are things we want to see our lawmakers doing. And for Mansier, it doesn't have to be Cyrus. The fact that Mansier has students in this country, Rwanda is expensive. You know it, Junior. Even though the school system is cheap, but Rwanda is expensive. To keep people here to sponsor them, I have not seen a lawmaker to do so. So for honors to be sponsoring, I don't know if there are 10 or 6 students here paying their rent, tuition, giving them stipend. I actually want to grade him for that. Is commendable. In terms of projects across the district, I give it to Musa. Honorable Benite is doing well. And he also have few students in Uganda that he's helping. He's sponsoring, not even helping, he's sponsoring, paying rent fully, paying tuition. So I'll put here honors in a category, but then honors top him because honors have too many students. And when it comes to building youth capacity through entrepreneurship, I give it to Ta. And physical projects that bring relief to our people, I give it to Musa also. When it comes to standing tall for Nimba, I'll give it to Honorable Koga. When Koga advocacy does not surprise me. This man, from the time he entered the legislature, he has been a vocal voice in the legislature. At the time, he was there with Yellow, Honorable Duna, Honorable Yonkwe, Honorable Rex Towe. When they were in the legislature together, we had a unique caucus. When they take the floor to speak, people listen. But to be honest with you, the current lawmakers we have, I think the electorate made mistake with some of them. Some are not supposed to be in the legislature. They were misplaced. So the fact that they are not performing, I don't hold them responsible. In my right judgment, I think Semiana should not be in the legislature. He doesn't understand the place. He doesn't know why it takes to be there. He was just being favored. In my right judgment, I think Sam Brown should not be in the legislature. He does not belong there. That's not his calling. People just force him to go there. As a person, I see people talking about is advocating for, Nimba, Wale Asila Mitati. Listen, appears to be a legislative figure, but does not also belong in the legislature. I think the executive suits Yan. Is one person that I will grade 0/0. Yan is an elite. Yan does not even mingle with Nimba people. So I mean, they on the Mita team, one day we'll have conversation about Mita. In 2014 or 2015, I'm not too sure about it. They see Yan 20 years today advocating for Nimba. Mental Steel is doing this. 2014, Mental
I vividly remember when Prince Toba was beating a Joe in a back of a pickup. Yan was the one that said Prince Toba never had jurisdiction going over there.
They say Yan who has intermittently changed overnight only because of campaign coming is nearing for people to showcase their talent and all of that. Look, I have recording of him when President Salif used him against Nibala Zolowi incident. It was the VP, the non-VP, and Councilor Yellow in studio at the time when Ellen put Nya against them. I think it was one of the radio stations when Nya called our people names. They are hooligans. the Nimba people continue to be on civilized. The civil war left certain impacts on Nimba that people are not civilized, people are belligerents, and all of those negative words that Nyan use on our people. The same conditions that led the people to protesting, those conditions have not changed. The
So
same
Sarah,
conditions.
let's stick to the rating. We'll come to that.
Yeah, so I want to say why I'm rating Nyan 0/0.
Okay.
So to be pretending, those electionary advocates. You see, Koga is a man of his word. When he's for something, he say he's for something. When he's not for something, he say I'm not for it. So whether or not you like him, that's Koga. But with intermittent advocacy for Nimba deserves there. When does he even have to know that Nimba deserves anything? In 2014, Nimba did not deserve to protest against Meta. But the same Meta he defended when he was in the executive, now suddenly he comes back to criticize them when all the conditions remain the same. So I gave him 0/10. He does not even deserve to be in that space. He just got there by luck, by sympathy, only because he supported rescue and all of that. Listen, some of them are trying their best. Like the few are named, in my judgment, they are trying their best. I oppose some of them on some issues, but my conscience cannot be overshadowed by my personal disagreement. One thing I have observed also on a lot of them, they are more loyal to the party they support than they should be to our people. They are more loyal to their parties. And some of them are carried away by fear that, listen, they will see certain thing is not right, but they will want to defend their side because if they oppose, somebody will want to use candidates against them in their districts in 2029. It's disappointing that 2029 is far ahead, but people are fighting to secure their seat. They want to maintain it at all costs, even at the expense of their character. So some of them are not standing up for anything, and I'm told a lot of them even have companies that called Miabe Gono is awarding contracts to. So the fact that Call is awarding contracts to their company, I mean, is conflict of interest for a lawmaker to even be involved with business. A lot of them are misplaced. Same branch should not be in the house. Nyan should not be there. Miana should not be there. The old man from district number 2, say, I don't know his name. He's doing well. He's trying his best, but his policy approach will not help him. His policy approach will not help him. He's not even loyal to Nimba. He's loyal to this regime. Even if right now, President Boyka sits and tomorrow and sends petition to the House and say, for instance, God forbid, let's try to remove that, let's impeach Chief Justice Baise, Semiana will support it. Not Semiana, but the district number 2 lawmaker will support it. He's not a man who will stand on his own to make decision. Once the regime is starting somewhere, he will support the process. So we have a lot of weak lawmakers. They are just there because of certain favor or regional support or sectionalism. They don't deserve to be there. I was misplaced. I think he should be reprimanded in 2029. So maybe he can look for a job in the executive. This man does not mingle with ordinary people. How will he remain lawmaker?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cyrus. My brother Chris, let's hear you on this issue. But before we do that, DK, welcome to the show this evening. It's great having you on here. Chris, let's hear you. You can do this along with your party.
My man, I didn't matter will be the last because he will bring a CDC team. Go to Marketing and myself. Yeah,
Thank you.
will be the last.
Thank you. It's a favor of God. Now, people, TK, I will call you later after the show. Thank you. The now lawmakers in Nimba, first I will start with for independent decision making. I will grade 2%. That will be on our Taiwan way and Musa Bere. When it comes to independent decision making. Representation. I will give Honorable Bailey 8/10.
Okay.
I will get 7.5/10.
Mm-hmm.
I will give district number 6 Thomas Greek 4/10.
Because
I
you
will
want to
give
remove the
no, not remove me. I've been finding the debating number.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I will
Mm-hmm.
I will give same man else in John whosoever. I will give him 2/10.
Mm-hmm.
I will give Nyam Fromo 5/10. I will give Sam Brown 5/10. I will give Nenta Gay 6/10.
Mm-hmm.
I will give our new lawmaker trying. Let me wait. It's a new dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I will hold my peace for it for now to see if you continues that for the next 1 year or 2 years. Then district number I just gave you 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already giving Nya on a position. I'll stop that for now on that. But
On representation.
yeah, representation.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the OSAC responsibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would take on the Musa Bedo above them. The reason I'm saying this is there are a lot of people will say Musa from different camp is the opposition. But I've been following for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. There are a lot of issues that he been arguing on the floor. I want to do the security sector. I find last year, over the beginning of the year, the security issue in Liberia. I find it closely. I also follow him recently that has to do with the same budget issue. Debating how many leaders in Nima have done it. So that thing that he trying your best, people say, oh, he's opposition to the government, but he trying your best. I look at on Tamu Bay. He appears somehow easy. He will say, oh, he's a 4-1 land this. But I think I've been doing well when it comes to that because I've been following his presentation. He one of the lawmakers in Nima you follow even on their website, the district website. He outlined all his activities. That now you can go on the website and access it on the website. How many lawmakers in Nima have done it? That they are do the mapping of the district. That will say, oh, in the next maybe we want to talk the project in gray or on to the project is there. On the time with the only lawmaker in Nima have done the mapping of the district.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's look at the human, capacity building, impacted life, impacted young people or the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bede will be the first, Masi will be the second, Taiwan will be the third. But those are people that know that student personally, that outside the country. Yeah. So they are trying their best. But the only frustrating issue when it comes to the lawmaking, right?
But
I will.
Nyaflomo of Electoral District 2 have a son in India.
Yeah, but he said a son. We talk about the people who know a son.
That's part of human capacity building, though.
Yeah, he impacted his family.
Okay.
That's a family.
Okay, no problem. Let's go.
That's a family. So Nyaflomo, when it comes to lawmaking, right? The reason I get a 5/10 because recently he presented a bill or amendment.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been finding close. That's the reason I give that 5/10. Yeah. And to our 2 senators, yeah.
Uncle, please justify the one you get to Sam Brown. Justify the reason, please.
I said Sam Brown get 4.
Yeah, human capacity building, which is representation.
Yeah. So Sam Brown He been helping motorcyclists in Ganta, right? To give them a noon, give them some stuff so that we can get for. Like, I know he have done something small. I'm against any great point. As a teacher, I mean, if I'm teaching, right? I know the student may attend to some of them, and get a data set up. I should give point for that particular one he did, right? So looking at that, on the other side, he did, he did something for the citizens in Ganta. So I think that giving loan or the motorcyclists giving them 1 or 2 bags is also that's impacting another set of people. So I'm giving 4 or 10 for that.
Okay.
But you don't pass him a test. That would be repeating. Or you repeat that class, or when it comes to promotion or other stuff. Then it comes to the 2 senators in Nima. The 2 senators in Nima. Then my brother Sarah, just tell you, right? That's the real issue so were affected. And left on Tabata. The records are there. And left on Tabata to that race to go and be up there. Senator Nyan today was one of those who spoke against us, who brought out to put ridicule, who brought on the crowd to crucify us in Nima. Even to the cabinet has spoke against the Kekima. How can we trust Senator Nyan that he spoke against Nima before? He was used by the party years ago to speak against Nima.
Chris, let's make the conversation a little bit balanced. Is it because Senator Nyan spoke against Nima yesterday, according to you? Is that a reason why his advocacy today is not right?
How will we take it serious, Gio? The thing is put again yesterday. You said, where they come out to say, right? Who does that?
But people change, though.
He changed because in the position? Beginning the position that he changed for?
Of course.
So that means he using Nima people. He playing a double standard game now to get a settlement of people for 2029.
Thank you, Chris. Let's be fast and go to the next person.
Yeah, so I will get Senator Nyan maybe 3.5 when it comes to representation. When it comes to oversight, maybe I'll give him 4 points. And the rest of it, maybe I'll give him maybe 3.5.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Senator Kuga, Senator Kuga's one person there. I love the leader style. That means be bold to people. Don't play double standard game. Be as a leader, be real. If he said this, you go for it. I have not supported Senator Kuga that will drive fun in the round of representative. But he boldness to go for what he believes is the right thing to be done. That's how leaders should be. So when it comes to representation, Nima, I will get Senator Kuga 7 points. Yeah, representation. I will give it 7. Then when it comes to oversight responsibility.
Yeah, one grading now.
Go ahead.
See, Loretta. So when it comes to your oversight responsibility, I will give 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Then when it comes to the lawmaking, I follow in the lower house. The law bill you sponsor or you co-sponsor. In the Senate now, I'm still going to see because we're just recently talking about Senator Johnson School and other things in Nima. So for that, I'll hold fast to that for now. We cannot bring a representative. A senator now, but I'll hold fast to that one for now.
Yes, still as lawmaking, Senator Kuga passed the bill to establish a probate court in a labor court in Nima, and that bill was recently passed by the House of Senate. So we take that into consideration as lawmaking too as well.
Okay,
even
so
that's when he was in the House of Representatives, but it passed when he went in the House of Senate.
So if that the case, we want to take that a constant factor for now, including his duty or his resolve in the lower house or the Senate, then that means I will give him 8 points on that. 8 or 10.
Thank you, Chris. Veteran Mavasin, let's hear you. I know you want to read.
Council, real quick before we come to the veteran, I have an information that I have not investigated, and if it is investigated, I will send you the funding. Somebody, a high place source told me that HPS gave Yan 300,000 to chase Mintai away. I will have to show. I will do my background investigation to give you evidence so we can have the discussion. They said they gave it 300,000 United States dollar to chase Mintai away, so HPS can take over.
Thank you. I think we have to follow up on that. And when you get any other information regarding that, you can send it to us. We will sit on here to discuss it. Veteran, take us home. You got 9 lawmakers before you. They are fit last in your hand. BKS platform want to give them certificate. The best 3. Want to give the best 3 certificate of appreciation for their level of work done during the 2025 fiscal year. Why say you got Sam Brown, you got Nyan Flomo, you got Naked Gay, you got Enes Massey, you got Koto Quagri, you got Teon Glugia, you got Musa Ability, you got Samian, you got Tawun, but you got the rest of the folks. Grade them. Let's hear you, Chief.
Well, I think, first of all, let me say thank you. And sorry that I'm late. But be as it may, going late to church does not prevent you from joining the familiar chorus.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a difficult analysis to make, especially when you look at the core issues. We talk about representation, we talk about oversight, we talk about lawmaking, and the rest of it. Not only NEMA lawmakers, but across Liberia, you realize that governance is predominantly the executive. So you really don't see the independence of the legislature that will inform you to make an informed decision. So everything that you will be saying is kind of cosmetic, because we'll be looking at who gave loan money to the citizen. I don't know whether that is oversight or that is representation or lawmaking. I don't know. We're talking about who got a BKS private clinic, who helped baby man or pregnant woman to give birth. All of those things, if it is mind reasoning, I find it difficult to associate them with the function for which individual lawmakers have been elected. And that is why Liberia is where it is, because of misplaced judgment. We leave the core issues and we start showering praises for the wrong reasons. And then that's why the political process has been dollarized to the extent where you no longer find a capable in the helm of leadership, but you find people who have the deeper pockets, but virtually lack of fundamental understanding of the job. And so to sit down and use those very criteria as the basis for grading someone as better performing, I would think that I would be making a mistake. Because since I came in this country, I've never seen any lawmaker putting cement over potholes. But lawmakers make sure that resources are adequately allotted to where it's supposed to be. That's their function. That's the job we elected them to. Lawmaker make sure that the laws remains the laws. They make sure that security issues are discussed and hold accountable authorities that are supposed to making sure that security becomes a primary focus, both foreign, domestic threat. Then you see that lawmaker S is working and Y is not working. The whole legislature, not to even talk about NIMBA, you don't even see, their workings. They don't even have any access to technology. I can't sit down here and say, okay, I want to check and know which bill was passed, who passed it, who sponsor it, and what the bills are when it comes to the interests of the Liberian people. Relatively no information, nothing. Except where you will be following some journalist or some Facebook page. That's why Yekere is taking the issue to his Facebook and cursing whoever he wants to curse. And sadly, these are some of the jobs that we're paying them to do. All right, so it's hard. It's difficult. Except that you want us to sit down and relatively think about a criteria that will fit their situation, that will use them to judge them.
Federal Mavasin, I want us to go by the standard criteria: lawmaking, representation.
That's different. But I bet you today, if the executive should put anything on the floor and say, I want this done, everybody will run for it. Nobody will go in opposition. Nobody, even if it is wrong. And if they know deep down their hearts that that's very wrong, they will go for it. Here, you can hear government shutdown. Government shutdown simply means both executive and legislature, there's no agreement. So everyone who is elected is watching out for the good of the people in keeping with their legislative duties. So everything is the people. Look at our budget process. Look at the allocation process or thereabout. How can you have 70 some more percent or 80% of the budget just directed to people who are working in government? Their salary, their goods and services, their travels, and everything. To hell with the people. How many business people look at Nima County when it comes to our contribution to the national revenue? How many times have you seen our budget giving subsidy to our business people, subsidizing businesses and strengthening them to employ more and put more Liberians, if not Nigerians, on job? How many times have you heard legislators proper argument in those lands? It's always about how much we get, and always how much we get, because how much they get put them at the advantage point, against any other competitor, because they make the higher money and they will continue to make the higher money. They make the higher money and they will continue to make the higher money because they
so in a nutshell, are you giving all of them zero?
I don't want to be the one to grade them 0 or to grade them 100 or 10. But the fact here is, if it is legislative responsibility criteria, the job that we elected them to do, are they doing it? I will say no. And I don't want to, cast aspersion on only Nima lawmakers. That would be unfair to them because it's across Liberia. How can you be elected by a district in a particular place and your loyalty is to a party or to a president? Most of the time, you and the president are even on the same party. But all our legislators, from now to 2020 now, they will all be Unity Party partisans. The reason they do that is because they want to be with the ruling party. Either the ruling party will help them with campaign money so that they can be able to perpetuate themselves to power. So what kind of people are they? How independent are they? If you are not independent, how can you then exercise oversight? Because the interest that is producing that you're supposed to exercise your oversight responsibility will sway your independence away. Then it's not an oversight any longer. Legislation is clear. How many of them are making laws that suit the contemporary reality of our community?
The House of Legislature is about to sign a communication, or let's say a bill from the executive to ban or other, how do you call it? DK, please help me with that, or Cyrus, before I say, and then they say I say something bad.
Well, decent traditional practices.
Very good.
Yeah, they are all about to sign it from where? The executive.
Yes, sir.
So
what is that? What is that? Decent traditional practices. What is that?
Maybe in the way of the president, they think that okay, poorer society is not a decent traditional practice. They want to ban it. Then you sign it because it's a package.
Female genital mutilation.
Yeah, you bind it. So if you see the way our governance system works, it's just funny. It's like yesterday somebody sent me a video of a Liberian delegation led by the foreign minister to Burkina Faso. And they're creating a whole publicity stunt. You know, Liberia has taken a position, signed with Burkina Faso in the Sahel region, and that's the brave move of Bouaka. I mean, I just started laughing because Burkina Faso drove France. You just celebrated having mortgaged your mineral resources. They want France for being deprived in Burkina Faso. You gave yours to France, and you celebrated it. How do you then support Burkina Faso? It's just a publicity stunt and a bluff. So until we can define why they say that we won, we're going nowhere. You just year in, year out. I remember when I was leaving Liberia, a brother told me, "No, my man, you close to these people. You being a Unity Party person, you work. Why are you leaving the country? It's better you stay. Government in, government out. You'll be bringing certain group of people, and if you are aligned with them, you'll get rich at that time. Your time finish, another group of people come and get rich, and that's the cycle that we see silent for our country and our democracy. Nothing sustainable, nothing substantive will be done. Because you look at wholesales here, and then somebody say now they say, "Oh, we build MPA, we build LPRC, we build maritime headquarters." And those are things you celebrate. You think that the government has performed? It's sad. The city have been here for 5 years. In 5 years' time, if you see the transition, it's more than Liberia since 1847. Since 1847. So that's the kind of things that we sign up for. Mediocrity. Very quick to be satisfied. You know, somebody built Bailey Bridge, whole development. Come on. Country that is almost 200 years old. You're talking about Bailey Bridge that they are building water for quick impact to get access to army to attack. Has become development. What kind of people are we? So for me to say I'm coming to, you know, think of what grade to give people, I will be doing myself an injustice, and I will be unfairly dealing with these people because I don't think a lot of the people in the house even know the function of the role they occupied. A lot of them don't know. If you just ask them, they will say representation, oversight, lawmaking. If you tell them to go deeper into discussing what representation means, what oversight means, what lawmaking means, zero. That's why in our political time, debates, it doesn't matter. No matter what sense you put, in as much as you don't have the money to throw, you zero. Nobody take you for granted. You're not even serious in the eyes of the very people. Then 6 years down the line, the very people will soon start crying. The government has not done anything, and the country has. And again, we got to check the psyche of our people, because a government is the reflection of its people. So we as a people have failed in the first place. The grace should be given to us. We have scored zero. So our product had our representation, and they still multiplying the zero we have given them. Well, we put a zero in and expecting to get 100 or 90. No, we put zero in and we still continue to get zero. That's how I see it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Matheson. It's like computer science, garbage in, garbage out. TK, let's hear you, Chief.
My man, why you want me to say that? Man, finish with all that thing. I can't undo what it man said. So why you want to disgrace me for?
Your main quarter is in a house representing you. He's vocally speaking on the issue. He has put on a communication on the floor requesting for a budget for electricity to your district. Don't you want to grade him on that?
So Qatar is doing well. So I don't want to go that far. Like I said, I think we're having show last week. You know, I work at the legislature, so I have a lot of knowledge there. I used to be a very close, like in training with Duna, a very knowledgeable guy, and I spent almost 6 years with Koga. The legislative politics, the one that how you call it, the MPP former chairman will say that flow filibustering is different from the real work. I encourage Koto to do more, for which he's doing Honorable Koto Kwagu to do more. But I think talking on the floor every day will make any impact. You are lying to yourself and lying to your follower. You can make all the noise. The real decisions in our bidding is made by 2-3 persons. And so if you really want have some impact in your district, the way he's quote unquote support the government, you need to tune down the rhetoric on the floor. Matheson and the rest of the people will say work beyond the iron curtain. There have been real intellectuals in our place, from the Gray to Rufus Newville, young progressive guy, to the late Father Pakla, Gabriel Smith, Wally Sewa Duna. Look, there have been a lot of intellectuals guys. And I'm talking about people who were the Jim Banning as in the Senate. People who were talking, presenting paper, the argument, everything. At the time, the people who were running the bidding when Tyler was speaker was Moses Cody, Moses Cody, and Emmanuel James Nokwe. It came to Emmanuel Nokwe, it became Prince Moyu, it became J. Barrow Brown, Kun, Fala, and the rest of those guys. So you can present all your argument. In fact, Buffer, Representative Buffer Timor, only made impact when he went in the leadership, when he became speaker. He developed himself when he became speaker. He was vocal, very knowledgeable, but all that team was on the floor. He could not navigate, negotiate behind the scene. So if I were having an ear, I would tell him, bro, you have all the fine idea. Leave on the floor and work behind the scene. or S, the RS, all the NGO will grade you with A on related debate on the floor. And in reality, you'll be zero. So they represented the Koga, the rest of those guys, they've even fought in session for certain things to happen for them. It did not. And so when you are at the legislature, it's a different place. And people who are making the decisions, there are people who don't talk. You see the current vice president, you didn't hear him, you didn't hear him ever on our floor making noise. He moved. Whatever way he did it successfully up to this level. So talking is good, but you want any impact in our place, do that. Do we have any lawmaker that is vocal equal to represent now Senator Koga, Musa Belete, and Tade? You talk and you talk, and the more you talk, the very colleagues that you presenting our argument to, they antagonize you. So the legislative politics is a very different game. I encourage him with the one he's doing currently to go further and negotiate, work more behind the scene. I think with that he will succeed. Thankfully, the political godfather is the vice president. So I don't think Qatar will fail. No, I don't think Qatar will fail. In fact, he has usually been giving the flower to the vice president. So Qatar's success and failure will be tied to the vice president. So he can do more with his godfather, political godfather, and they do more. That rest on the thing on the floor there, do. I know our place. We last time in our place. We stood before Pop. Look, there's no powerful speaker in our building. Said Richard Herman did that was you can compare to Speaker Tyler.
Thank you.
We read demonstration in our place. I stood before Tyler and challenged him. In fact, from our meeting, all the legislative staff referred to me at the time, Richard Harris. And so before they start in our building, before I still met the rest of those people, before they even increase, they have to add $25 on our pay. We took that debate.
How much are you taking?
A zero begin. Sometimes, in fact, our extra sitting, our pay kind of men and all used to give it. They used to say, oh, government didn't pay, but they were getting it. So every day was noise. Every day was noise. That Wilfred Bangura was in the Senate. I and the former Basel Superintendent, John J. Bartlett, we read demonstration in our building. We argue. And so sometimes when you're arguing, the best they can do is, for me at the time, they will call Koga and say, oh, I'm inciting other staff. And before you come to yourself, Representative Koga and the rest of the people calling you to threaten you. That, oh, yes, there's complaint came from the Speaker office, from rule and order, that you are inciting other staff against lawmaker. So it's a lot in our building.
Thank you.
It's a lot. So the rest of it, that's it. That my person feeling talking for all.
So in my Mafasing voice, we have been, subject to not receiving anything. Therefore, the bare minimum that we receive, we appreciate them a lot. I don't know whether I'm quoting that right, but again, it has been a wonderful show here tonight. Veteran Mavasing will be going to District 7, Camps 2029. Be expecting us, District number 7. DK will be going to District 5. Kotokwak will be having a contender.
But dear Tua.
My brother, sorry,
no,
District 4.
Look, if I have money, Joe, if I have money, with the current support the vice president is giving to Qatar, you don't want to waste your money. If Ability is contesting that this way, I'll tell my people to not go there. Until Ability not there.
But DK CDC has all the money, and you United Party people, you remove CDC.
My man Kun powerful in the country, but Kun story so everybody can go there to go let it play the main story too. You talking what you talking about?
We
They say
were
Kun Nima got made no. I'll not go against Kun Kennedy in Apple. They'll waste money against you. You spoil your money. Begin that hour we can push. And I in nothing with those people.
I want you to hustle. We need people like you in the legislature. You know, each time you talk.
Begin that I'm a year. Joe begin at a bush and I just don't be answer. Oh, okay, you gotta have don't bring that into me. Where you going to do? You know, my father, my grandpa, my grandmother from your home. I want you contest. All I will give you way. In fact, the divine in district. You have print bill that will be. You print bill, and 50% will be on the other side.
If we take money from honest hand, I guess try I get used to be honest.
No, you have on the line in the scene district. You can break bill off it up.
What I must say, the powerful person in our previous now that they got from Bewley. That guy, you know, Nimba election is regional. There's a guy from Bewley they call Orlando. Look, I think Bill get 18 towns and you don't get 10. So now regional politics in District 4 when Wampu is pretty well seated.
Sarah, I beg you, let me end the show, then we can stay here to have our conversation. Folks, it has been a wonderful one. Get you guys tomorrow. Go ahead, Sarah.
Thank you.
Okay, so veteran, I will
Stay on radio.